Hello, and welcome back, everyone, to the Tales on Tap, a place where good friends get together and share stories about buying more food than is probably necessary, asking gods for favors, casual racism in the purple form, and
Jesus.
orcish wonderment in the form of floristry. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Before we get into tonight's session, a couple of really quick announcements. If you weren't here last week, we are proud to announce that going forward, we will be sponsored and partnered with Valkyrie RPG. If you haven't already, go to their website, which is www.valkyrie-rpg.co.uk. Check out all their stuff. They do amazing dice bags. You've got rolling mats. They've got a whole host of D&D goodies on there. And if you go through checkout and use the code TALES10, you'll be given 10% off any purchase throughout the store.
That's TALES.
Nice. It is TALES. Thank you. Other than that, we did announce last week that coming very, very soon, we are going to be jumping into a Spelljammer campaign. Now, did announce last week that it was going to be the 9th. However, just going to push it back a couple of weeks because week commencing the 13th, so that week, Thursday being the 16th, we're not actually here because we're all meeting up in person for a few days and doing lots of fun stuff behind the scenes, but we're going to document it all for you guys. So, Spelljammer is going to be pushed back 1 week from there. So on the 9th, we're going to do something a bit different. We might do like a talk show, we might do something, but either way, we will be kicking off our Thursday nights on the 9th of February. So keep your eyes peeled for that. That's going to be cool. So let's say hello to everyone else, because I feel like I've hogged the screen. Hello, everyone else.
Hello. We're everyone else.
Hey. So, if you haven't already, guys, make sure you head over to our socials page. I know a lot of you are already, but if you can drop a follow on the Facebook page, Instagram page, on YouTube, on TikTok, that really helps with us when we put content out and the algorithm picking up more and more of our videos. So if you can go over there, drop a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on all of those sites, that would be amazing. I think that pretty much wraps up tonight's session. Now, we don't need to roll this week to find out who's doing the recap next week because Steve, that pleasure falls to you, my friend. So if you can,
it does indeed.
If you wouldn't mind, take comprehensive notes throughout tonight's session because you will be recapping for us next week. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that about wraps everything up in terms of introductions. So, guys, get comfortable, get a drink. Now's the time. While we jump into tonight's episode of Tales on Tap.
Woo! Let's go!
So, after speaking to Clovis, I'm apparently supposed to concentrate on this thing and speak it? What the hell? It's not like the craziest thing to ever happen to me. And yeah, Clovis, you should really make an instruction manual for this thing. Magic is weird. Anyway, here goes nothing. So, after our little visit to the Temple of Suffering, which, by the way, is a horrible name, me and my newly found friends decided to meet up at the Black Gate after running some errands. From what I could tell, Joe was intent on finding some more ingredients to stuff inside his newly acquired bag of colding. Apparently, it's supposed to keep meat and vegetables fresh somehow. I'm not going to pretend like I understand it, but at least it's better than eating rations or salted meats. The others talked about maybe having someone accompany Joe, since he doesn't seem to be the best at haggling. And I guess Joe took offense to that, seeing as he ran off on his own shortly afterwards. He might seem all tough, and even though I wouldn't want to, get on his bad side or anything, he reminds me more and more of my buddy Gorgon. Man, I miss that stupid mug of his. Shit. Getting off track again. So, after Joe ran off, we decided to head over to revisit the magic shop that Feathers and Ash got banned from. And since Clovis was going in that direction too, him and I decided to walk together. I don't really know what he needed to do. He seems very guarded in general, but especially back here. I know he used to live here, but apart from that, I don't know what the deal is between him and this place. On the bright side though, Feathers seemed to be a bit happier when we met up again. She had gone to her former workplace, and I guess it turned out well, because she seemed to have a bit of a spring in her step. She'd even forgotten to disguise herself when we met. I wasn't as lucky. Not to complain or anything, but when I was in the shop, the shopkeeper, whose name I've already forgotten, showed me this intricately made belt. They said something about it being able to help my constitution, as well as helping me grow a fuller beard. To be honest, I must say I was intrigued about that last thing. I even went back to my old ways and tried to steal it, but I chickened out at the last minute. I don't exactly know how my powers work, and so I didn't want to risk getting caught like the others. Me and small spaces don't really work together after all. Despite my failed attempt, I did manage to get a solid deal on some healing potions, and it felt nice to be useful. I hope we don't have to use them anytime soon, though, but you never know when you're traveling these lands. Ash and Asriel had told us that they would meet up with the rest of us at the gate, when we arrived, Ash introduced us to her friend, Phalanx. Seems like a nice dude, and from what Ash told us, he was meant to be our escort out of this city and up north. We decided the best way out would be to pose as hide security, escorting to merchants out on the road. Me and Joe got onto a caravan with Clovis, and Ash and Asriel did the same thing for Ash's friend. Meanwhile, Feathers played her part as a Phalanx private minstrel. It's been 3 days so far on the open road, and from what we heard, we're heading into some bad territory soon. During the days we've spent traveling, Joe has had his head in a book whilst simultaneously done his best to steer. Clovis seemed to also have some kind of obsession with a tome of his own, and during the evenings, Ash has been running around in the forest looking for ingredients. I think it's for a new herbalism kit that she's picked up. I doubt you can make potions out of that stuff, though. She mostly seems to be coming back with rocks. Asriel has been trying to make peace with his flaming horse. Seems like Buddy is kind of pissed at him for some reason. But I'm sure that will be resolved soon enough. And Feathers, she's really starting to impress me more and more. She's starting to get really good at that lute of hers. I'm guessing that's what has gotten her in such a much better mood. That thing that happened to her on the boat got us all freaked out, but I'm glad she's feeling better. If she can turn a thing like that into a positive, then I'm sure I'm on the right track to solve my own problem as well. On the third day of our travels, we spotted something. A group of caravans heading north. From the look of everyone's faces, I bet we might have a fight on our hands.
Very good.
Listen, I got some bits from my herbalism collection, okay? It wasn't just yours.
Where we pick up tonight's session, the group of adventurers travelling up the tradeway bound for Waterdeep. Long and arduous journey, fraught with perils at every turn, but a task in hand, goal to achieve. To infiltrate the caravans heading north, gather as much information as possible, and if possible, find the location of the cult of dragons and where they're heading. The group have been on the road for 3 days now. The travel has been easy. The horses seem to be coping with the amount of weight that is in the carts. The group made good time over the 3 days, barely stopping and travelling into evening, pushing the horses as much as they can to gain on the travelling caravan. In the afternoon of the 4th day, they look to the east. Now, they...
That was emotional, man.
they crest a hill. And beyond the hill, I'm just going to change your camera there slightly, Dan, because you're a little bit out of thing there. No one can see your pretty combed beard.
No.
There we go. On the afternoon of the 4th day, as the group crest a hill, their quarry finally comes into sight on the horizon. They keep a steady pace, and as the afternoon goes on, they start to gain on them even more. I'd like everyone to roll me a straight charisma check, please.
Oh, no. Okay. Okay.
Can I say, Feathers would have put on her performance outfit over her armor. Just
Okay.
if she's just trying to fit into the role. That's just so you're aware.
Okay, could you describe for me and for the people at home what your performance outfit looks like, please?
Okay, this is an outfit I picked up in Israel. It is silver disco pants.
Hell yeah.
With
nice.
like a midnight blue tunic that has a feature that if I tug on it, it does a shooting stars effect across it.
Hell yeah.
So there you go.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to go around the table, and I'd like you to tell me what your...
I'm just gonna use my inspiration real fast.
Given I'm currently pretending to be someone else, would the actor feat give me advantage on this roll, or am I just doing straight?
I just want a straight charisma roll, please, off everyone. Also, on the topic,
man. Come on.
on the topic of inspiration, for you guys at home, we have new ways for you to get involved with the session. If you accrue enough channel points, if you have a look in them, the channel point thing on Twitch.
Redemption thing. Mm-hmm.
That's it, redemption thing, thank you. You'll see that you can gift our players with certain things. So, you can gift them with 250 gold if you save up enough points, but you can only pick one player to do that. And you can gift them, I believe, is it advantage you can give them?
Inspiration.
Inspiration. There you go. I believe it's inspiration. So you can give your
You
players.
can't do it.
I will say, the players around the table are not allowed to give themselves inspiration.
Oh, who's Brabsy? Thank you so much.
Okay,
God, I love our community so much.
let's go around the table. So, Azriel, what did you roll?
I got a 21.
21. Okay. Michael?
18.
18. Feathers?
30-20.
30-20. Clovis?
12.
12. Asha?
So
Your
I
charisma
originally got a 1 for 0, but I used my inspiration and I got a 14.
A 14. Excellent. And Jove?
A fitting 7.
A 7.
Fuck for that.
Okay, no problem.
You were the lowest.
Good
Then I would have
to
destroyed
know.
Clovis.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Just make a little note of those results there on the side on my little DM pad of doom.
I'm taking it as a personal win that I've out-deceived Clovis somehow.
You've not... Who says...
I've out-charisma'd.
Perform.
I was going to say, who says it's
Clovis is trying way too hard for a man who's driving a caravan. Put it that way.
As you guys start gaining, it starts getting into late afternoon. Evening will soon be approaching. And for those of you that are keeping a watchful eye, Feathers, you mentioned last session that you were keeping an eye out. And for those driving the carts, you will notice that the caravans, though still a mile or 3 up the track, a lot of them seem to become stationary and pull off the road ever so slightly to the side.
Is it reaching like evening?
Early,
Am I
it's
to presume that they're
becoming.
camping?
Yes, it's easy. It's easy enough to kind of make that assumption, but they all seem to kind of verge off to one side of the track or the other, a few, 100 yards or so off, pulling the wagons onto flat land. Phalanx, at the front of this two-processioned caravan that you are currently, turns to those within his caravan and goes, "Well, we'll be upon them soon. Best we make our introductions quick."
Okay, so we're just tagging on
Aye,
for safety.
absolutely. We,
Okay.
most people that travel up this way, they, travel in great numbers. There are lots of dangers on the road north. And more caravans mean more guards, more guards mean more protection for the goods. So they try to travel in great number, but remember, not all of them are what they seem.
At that, I will get the sending stone out of my pocket and I will send a message to Clovis. Right, I think we're making introductions. We're simply adding to the caravan for additional support. Hopefully, we should be okay.
Right, that's not much to go on. What's my motivation? How do we know each other? Have you all decided on names that we should know and refer to you by, or should we act as if we also are strangers?
I kind of hold the sending away. Right, he wants. He wants a brief. He wants a motivation. He wants a reason. He's very committed to. But that is a good point, though. Do we want fake names?
Do as you will. Do as
What
you
are you
will.
doing?
Look, I am a merchant. I need to get this load north as quick as possible. I've hired you vagabonds, such as you are, to protect my wares.
Vagabonds is a bit hard.
Not on this caravan. Get off.
Driving your
He says,
caravan.
clopping up next to you.
Oh yeah, you are.
You may think it's harsh, but allow me, over the next few weeks, that won't be the first insult I throw your way for the betterment of us all. Not that I mean anything by it, but if I weren't to talk down to you, it might rouse suspicion.
Oh, you're loving this, aren't you?
I really am. Now shut up and get me more mead! Sorry, I'm getting
your
into person.
Bodyguard, not your maid.
I got excited, I'm sorry.
You should be. I take out the Sunday stone again, and it's like, it's up to you what you want your story to be. We'll say that we met a couple of days back on the road, gathered together for safety, doing the same with these guys.
Oh, and tell him to get the guards off the van. Get the guards off the caravan. They don't usually travel on the caravan, they walk next to it.
And get the guards... Wait, do I have to get off?
Yes, you do.
Fuck's sake. Get the guards off the caravan because they walk alongside it. So...
Very, very well. We'll try and keep the stories to a minimum so that we don't have to we're not cross-examined later.
Exactly. I will go by... No, let's just stick with Ash. Nobody knows me as Ash. It's fine.
Do you want to drive the car? I can get Buddy.
Oh, no, I'm far too precious for that. And my nimble, dainty hands that of a merchant wouldn't dream of
I
handling-
whack him up at the back of the head.
I just reply in the sending stone. All right, well, good luck, and perhaps let's come up with a signal if anything goes wrong.
You wanting a code word again?
Maybe not a code word, maybe something more overt. We might be a little bit further away from you.
Okay. I'll have a think.
Clap your
All
hands
right.
3 times.
Do I have to walk?
No, just Ash and Azrael here. I'll drive. You're my travelling minstrel. I've paid you handsomely to entertain me on this long journey.
Well, that's more like it. And she literally puts her 2 feet up on the little bar in front of her, and she sits back with her lute.
Who's
Azrael, I'm sorry, but if you could walk on one side of the caravan, and Ash, if you could walk on the other, we need to give the impression that you are actually here to do a job. Most bodyguards don't have their own horses, I'm afraid, Azrael, and we need to appear as such as to not rouse suspicion. That is the main aim here.
Only one with a fucking horse. I can't even ride it. He says, handing him the reins and just fucking jumping down.
He says out of character.
As soon as you kind of hop off, he just turns and goes, "Don't talk back to me!" Sorry, I'm just getting in character.
Ash is 100% loving all of this.
Ash kind of like stands up and like towers over Phalanx and just kind of and like gives him to the flips in the bird and like leaves the caravan and goes to the opposite
Make me
side.
a dexterity saving throw.
That is. Oh my god! +8.
Are you within 10 feet of me?
Yes.
Add 3 to that.
26.
36.
26.
26. As you go and flip him the bird and go to step off the thing, you see his foot go to stamp where your foot was so he could trip you, and you just managed to jump off, and he's just like, "I'll remember that. Don't worry."
I'm sure you will.
Feathers, if you wouldn't mind, could you play me a bit of a tune? We need to keep up appearances.
Indeed. And I just start... I more just start playing the I don't sing at all, I just start tinkering with a little song.
Very well. What are the rest of you doing in the other caravan?
It's just me, Michael, and Jove, right?
It is.
And we haven't got any other hired hands walking along with us.
Not at the moment, but that is a possibility if you were to look at ascertaining one for a caravan that might have too many. It's a future thing, but
for
at
now,
the
it's
moment,
just us.
it's just you 3.
Well, chaps, it looks like it's go time. We're approaching, and unfortunately, it seems like you're going to have to hop off and walk alongside. Not my orders, you understand?
Right, so you're driving then?
Certainly, I'll take the reins for now. Try to keep any answers, if you're questioned to a minimum, either refer to myself as your employer or to Phalanx in the caravan ahead, but possibly not by name. That wasn't quite made clear. Just, you know as much as a guard would know. There's your motivation. You know as much as you do know, even. Maybe a little bit less.
A little bit less.
Not you.
Joe's like, he's been sat in the back for quite a while now, squinting into this book, sort of like,
Joe?
and what?
Did you hear me? I said it's time to dismount.
You dismount, I'm reading.
No, we're approaching the caravan, Joe. Joe, what are you doing?
As you kind of
He's
turn
like,
around,
like,
Jove is...
from book. What? I'm reading a book.
I mean, this is fascinating, and we must continue this conversation later. But for now, we have matters at hand. Would you please dismount and walk alongside, act as a guard? Try not to answer too many questions. Defer to me if needed.
Yeah, all right.
Many thanks.
It's getting hard anyway.
Where did we pick you up?
Baldur's Gate. I hired you at the Black Gate. How's that?
Right. Sounds good. Joe, remember?
Feel free to use false names if you wish.
You just call me Joe.
Jove.
Oh,
V.
okay, you need to pronounce the V bit at the end. It's important.
Okay, Jovi.
Buck has read one book and listened to him. You need to pronunciate.
Actually, you must enunciate.
All right, Salt. Let's go.
Look, my intelligence is higher than all of yours. It's
Oh,
not climbing.
Okay,
Sort of.
so
Gervais.
with Jove, Michael, Azrael, and Ash walking alongside the two caravans, you're not walking for long, probably an hour or so, as you guys start making your way to where the other caravans on this track are currently going about what looks to be setting up camp.
Just a quick question on this part. Is there like any tree lines close by, or is this very flat land?
So, you have noticed that it's very, the rolling hills in this part, it has been very much uphill, down dale, going across this section of the country. Where they are pulling into camp, there's not been much in terms of like forest and dense woodland, but there has been smatterings of trees and like very, sparse places. But it's not desolate by any means.
All right.
It's just no thick woodland, just the odd bit of bushel here and there.
No, that's fine. Just as we are approaching we're approaching the convoy, then Joe's going to hang slightly further behind, just because he knows he's been seen by people before. And with Zayla close by, he's going to say, "All right," and he said, "We're getting close to the convoy now. It's probably best if you find shelter and some trees. Just stay low or stay high. Don't stay in eye line anywhere. I don't want to notice you too much."
Okay, dear. I'll try and stay as close as I can.
If anything happens, let me know straight away, okay?
You'll be the only person I can call.
And he like, I'm not at the front of the convoy. I'm trying to sort of stick towards the back. If anyone asks, I'll just be watching the rear. But yeah.
Okay. As the two caravans start approaching, you see that the majority of the caravans that you can see currently are pulled off on the left-hand side of the track. There are quite a few. They are pulling into kind of smaller little groups dotted around of around 3 to 5 caravans each, as to not stay in one big group. But you start pulling in towards the rear, and just off to the right-hand side, there's 3 caravans that are currently setting up camp. Phalanx, who's driving the front cart, kind of pulls off and veers off to the right-hand side, throws a hand up for those that can see him. Feathers mainly, and potentially Azrael and Ash. She just kind of throws a hand up to the opposite side. and pulls the cart off the road on the right-hand side of the road and pulls it. Whoa! Now, whoa! Draws it to a stop.
I'll pull our cart up behind him.
Okay. As you do, very quiet. People are milling around, setting up tents, and there are a number of people still stood guarding. There are a number of individuals not doing any work. It would be easy to estimate that these individuals are merchants, or they at least give that appearance. There are guards still keeping a careful eye on each caravan, but there are a few hired hands that are currently setting up camp, pitching tents close by to the caravans. Only a few yards from each caravan is each tent kind of set up. Why don't I show you what I mean?
Oh. That's scary.
So, where you kind of pull off on the right-hand side, there is around 30 or 40, maybe about 50, 60 feet of grassland, which the caravans are pulled up on. And there's a small kind of... It's not a river, but it's kind of like a little river, so to speak. Coming through along... There you have a stream, thank you. Brain not engaged today. A small stream, and kind of a smaller stream kind of running down into it alongside it. Phalanx pulls the caravan in, and as he does, pulls the caravans towards the back closest to the stream, steps off the caravan, turns towards you, Ashar, and Azrael, and goes, "Right, come on, get to work. You two, pitch tents. In fact, you pitch a tent, you look bigger. And you, go find some wood for a fire."
Sir? And goes off into the woods.
Well, don't look at me, daft. Get the tent out of the back, boy. And he kind of just...
Without saying a word, Asriel just sort of grinding his teeth. Just moves towards the back of the cart looking for this tent.
Phalanx walks alongside the caravan that he was driving towards yours, Clovis, and goes, "Day wasn't as bad as I thought. Only took a couple of days."
Well, thank fuck for that. Right, Joey. Hop off, strip down, break down, and set up the tents. Mickey, you're on firewood duty when you're back here in 15. I'm ready for my supper.
Right. You heard him. Let's go.
Oh,
So-
sorry, stop it a bit.
And I'll sort of hop down off the thing, and as I sort of walk past Phalanx, I'll say, "It's quite fun, this, actually."
I'm having the best time. We should probably go and
Yeah, go and
yeah.
yeah.
Don't speak.
Where are we going? What are we doing? Do we have to identify ourselves or anything? Do we?
Well, yes, of course. We have to kind of shake hands, make acquaintance, and actually tell them we're joining them.
Of course. Either way.
I am. As you two are like
We're doing that thing where they're like, he sort of walks and I bump into the back of him, and then he walks, and then we bump, like, we're sort of like, do we go?
we're going. Just,
Okay, just go.
fucking cool, man. Cool. As you guys walk across camp, you see that there is a human fellow kind of stood alongside your caravan, just kind of leant on his own. He goes, "Ah, you're joining us, are you?" Phalanx turns and goes, well, yeah, we fucking had so many problems back in Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate, yeah.
Hired help. Oh, I'm gonna pay him half a wage. Couldn't even load the van up properly. Took me an extra 2 days to even set out.
Looks like you lot took up all the guards. There was only 2 left for me back at the gate.
Well, yes. They know, you know what they say about the early bird, but I have to say I was much the same. I only have 2 or 3 myself, but they are quite handy. Most of the hired help was took up by most of the lead caravans, but you're welcome to join us. You know what they say, it's safer to travel in numbers.
Quite. That's why we're here.
You have enough provisions for the evening. I've brought an extra wagon full because I do like a good feed.
Very kind of you, but we'll make do.
Yeah, I'm all right too. Got a barrel of salted meat, actually. That'll keep safe for the old journey.
My favourite.
Well, is the caravan lead somewhere? We should probably introduce ourselves and make our presence known so that they know that we're at least tagging on. Well, I'm sure they are, but it won't be too much of a problem. They're across the way there in the larger encampment. I must warn you, nobody's really spoken to them. Just kind of all set out together. But if you're going to introduce yourselves to anyone, it might be them.
Well, thank you for the warning and the heads up.
Well, nice to meet you. What was your name? Might make it easier next time we say hello. Of course. My name is Orn. Orn, even more. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Are you in the market for any exotic birds? I have parrots, parakeets, macaws.
Oh, no. Thought you meant something else then, but no.
Oh, no, I'm not the... No. Not no, we don't peddle those sorts of wares here, I'm afraid.
My name's Phil. Phil Murch.
Mitchell.
Phil Merchant.
Pleased to meet you, Phil.
Of the Merchant Merchants.
Pleased to meet you, Phil. And you are? I'm also Phil.
Fuck's sake.
Phil and...
Fucking hell, both
And-
No relation.
So we've got Phil Merchant and
Phil
Phil.
Merchant.
Oh, I didn't give an answer name. Well, it's pleasure to make your acquaintance. Right,
And you,
well,
what was your name again, sorry?
Orn.
Orn.
Yeah,
Lovely to meet you, Orn.
O-Y-N. Orn.
Oin.
Orn.
Orn.
Right. Anyway, we'll be on our way. See you later.
Bye. And he just kind of like goes back and you see him pull an apple out of his bag and take a knife to it and like take a slice and start eating it.
I'll whisper to Phalanx, we're going to have to work on your improvisation skills.
This is I'm not very good at this. I'm really not very good at this. Maybe we should have asked somebody else to do it.
Really? Phil as well? That's the best you could come up with?
I panicked. Okay, I panicked. What can I say? I'm not very good at this. Now,
Big Brum.
now, do we go? I feel like we should go now. And do we go now, or do we set up camp? Let's set up camp. Fuck it.
Yes, Orn seems to think that most people here weren't really mixing with the lead caravan, as it were. So,
No, but I feel
best
like
if we see if we can slip under the radar.
yeah,
Perhaps?
maybe just for the night. Tomorrow we might make tracks and go and at least wander around the caravans. It might be worthwhile just to see what we can see.
Yes, or wait until the evening when everyone is drunk, and then do it then. People tend to be a little bit more amiable when the sun is down.
Oh, you think I'm coming with you? No. I'm staying with the caravan. You're going to go and have a wander around. You can do it whenever you like.
Right. Okay, that's fine. How did you meet Ashar, by the way?
Oh, it's a long and dreadful story. Have you ever had a pet?
A pet?
Yes. Like you've been at your house and then a stray cat comes running in, all dripping wet and smelling?
No, but I think I know what you mean.
Sort of like that kind of experience. You should ask her about it.
I think I will probably hear a very different series of events from her, but it'll be interesting to compare.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Also, yeah, have you eaten a meal with her yet? The table manners are terrible. And she just carries on carrying on.
Also, Clovis, you're thinking of different wet cats.
For fuck's sake.
So, a little time goes by. You all manage to gather enough firewood and I need to know, are you pitching the pilgrim tent or are you pitching tent?
I have the pilgrim's tent, and I'm not getting that motherfucker out anywhere near this place. So they're pitching real tents.
Real tents.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're in this thing, it's just whatever's in the back. So building, I assume, little triangles.
Yeah.
with sticks.
Okay. So you
I'm
do.
keeping that thing under my satchel, out of sight.
Okay. No problem. Take an hour or two to set up a nice campfire and pull some logs in for you all to sit around. And you manage to pitch all the tents, and Phalanx lights the fire up and kind of sits himself down there as the evening starts drawing in. What would you all like to do?
I think at a point while things are being set up and I can see other caravans starting to settle down, maybe, hang on, let me just double check something because I might want to do it a little bit later. Duration up to what? Yeah, I'll wait for a little bit later, but I'll wait till the sun goes down and campfires are lit and people are just sort of going about their evening, and then I'll cast Arcane Eye from my stick.
Okay, no problem.
That'll
Ash,
probably come a bit later. So
Ash, kind of like when she's out to get firewood, realizes she has nothing to collect firewood with, other than her staff. So she is actually going around picking up twigs, and probably at one point gets distracted and just like finds like some wildflowers and just starts making like a daisy chain. And she's just kind of like just lost in thought, like making this daisy chain, plunks it on her head, gathers her twigs, probably got like leaves a mud all over her, and comes back and just dumps a pile of twigs in front.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm going out with my hand axe.
Yep.
I'm going to chop some logs.
Okay. No problem. So evening starts to come around. You all start gathering around the campfire to get warm. The temperatures do start to drop. It is autumn time. Phalanx sits and goes, well, let's not stick our heads out of the ground too much for fear of them being lopped off. So, what's your plan?
How far away are we from the other caravans?
I'll show you now, because you're all there. I'll get rid of Zayla, because Zayla will be in the forest somewhere. In the woodland. In the tweez.
Tweez.
Fuck you guys.
She is the monster for the tweez.
And that draws this session to a close.
Along the way.
So, you're all towards the back of this kind of opened area. Set up the fire and the tents and such towards the back. This map doesn't accurately show where those tents are, but you can imagine they're quite close to that stream.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, you aren't the only ones here. So, Phalanx, when talking to you about your plan, is keeping quite a hushed tone.
Can I have a little scan around some of the other caravans to see if anyone's keeping an eye on us, and like just more so their like demeanor rather than like
Sure.
trying to spot them doing anything, just the general demeanor of everyone in our local area.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Oh, it's good. 19.
19. So, you see, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show everyone else this as well, because I want to show off the new thing. So, you guys are all here at the top of this encampment. As you can see, this individual is Ohm, the one that's closest to you, and he's stood, sat down at his own campfire, and opposite him looks to be a guard or somebody that has been hired, muscle for hire, so to speak. There are armed guards. There are three or four armed guards that you can see in close proximity. One over here who is keeping quite close to the caravans that he's been paid to protect. This guy here is actually walking around this encampment, just kind of keeping an eye out. You notice that somebody that looks like a merchant over here sat on his own, and he is also doing what you're doing in kind of looking around and trying to take everyone in. You notice that he's got a book and he's kind of like taking notes in a book. Over this way, you see another guy here. Doesn't look like he's clad in armor or anything or carrying weapons, but doesn't look he doesn't look to be, he's wearing any finery or clothing that you would kind of assimilate to and kind of assume they would be a merchant. However, the individual next to him does, wearing quite a nice rounded brimmed hat. Quite portly gentleman, but sat, and he does look like he's wearing quite fine clothes. And from where you're sat, that's pretty much where you can see. The map does show that there are some more individuals towards the bottom of the camp over in this direction. However, from where you're sat, it's hard to kind of see them at this point.
Okay. The chap that was sort of looking around and writing things down, does he seem like he's what's his like? Does he seem suspicious of people, or is he more like?
Doesn't look like he's suspicious. It's more like it's more that he looks interested, and he kind of not like a depth interest where he's kind of like scanning and scouring at people, and he just looks like he's just taking note of who's around. But it doesn't, from the impression you get, it's not like he kind of like looks at one person, writes a note, looks at the next person.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going.
Yeah. So he's not doing that. He's just kind of like looking around, keeping tracks of where people are. Then he'll go back to his book for like 10 minutes or so, then kind of look up again and keep track of everyone that's around.
Okay. And the wider caravan, where is that relative to us on this map? Further down the road to our south.
Yeah, so at the bottom of this map, this is where the track is here at the bottom. On the opposite side of this track, there is another larger encampment. So I've not put this in because it's just far too big of a map and a lot to explain. But so that's where the bigger encampment is with a lot more caravans. You're talking around 40 to 50 caravans in that encampment, all kind of congregated in like odd little bits.
Okay. So if it looks like everyone has kind of settled down and is finished tearing down and stuff like that, I will send my arcane eye. I'll summon my arcane eye. I'll go into like one of the caravans to do it in case there's any like visual element that I don't want anyone to see, even though the eye itself is invisible.
Yep.
But despite that, I'm still gonna sort of keep it kind of up in the air, sort of up in the night sky.
Yep.
And then I'm going to have it do a quick pass over our camp, have a little look at some of the tents and stuff like that from the outside, some of the other individuals, and I'm going to start having it make its way to the larger camp to do the same, spending the entire hour of its summoning time just getting a gauge on anyone I think seems connected to like anyone. If I spot any masks, obviously on people, but in amongst people's things, any indicators or signals of where the cult forces or cult people might be basing themselves.
So on this, I'd like you to make me a history check, as well to see if you can recognize any individuals as your arcane eye is passing through.
Okay. Well, the history's 11.
11. Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. And your perception with the arcane eye uses your stat anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just roll me a perception check. But with you using it for an hour, I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay, cool. Fuck for that. Thank fuck for that. 14 plus, what is my percent? 2? 16.
16. Okay, excellent.
Next one was a 2.
With this taking an hour, I will come back to you and let you know everything that you've seen.
That's fine.
As you're sat there around the campfire, Phalanx goes, well, tell me. I know Ash from a long way back, but not really got much time to get to know the rest of you. Obviously, I've spoken to Azrael and Feathers, but you, Jove, I've not really spoken to you much. Tell me, where are you from?
Joe sort of like he's trying to keep himself sort of quite not low, but he's trying to hunch, trying to keep himself out of sight of everyone. Sort of he's feeling a little bit unsure if he's going to be seen because he's aware of quite how vocal he's been in the past few weeks. So looking to Phalanx, he kind of like, what do you mean? The South. Why? Like it's a much more hushed tone than normal.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I had some run-ins with some half-orcs myself in the past, but none of which were quite as open as giving information as, well, I can't really say that you're doing much of the same, so... You're from the south. I've travelled all over. Whereabouts?
The Sunset Mountains, just between there and the forest. It's where my clan used to be.
Oh, lovely part of the world. Lovely part of the world. I haven't been myself, but it's always part of the map that is yearning for me to discover it.
Yeah, well, I'd like to go back as well. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you say used to be?
Yeah, it used to be. There's still
So they're
nice
not,
bits to it.
they're not there anymore?
Yeah, you're a smart guy there, aren't you? Yeah, no, they're not. Not anymore.
They've moved, or
Like he's doing his best to sort of try and keep it even temper. He just did this very sort of low, growly sigh coming from his mouth. No, they're dead, Azrael, most of them. There aren't many of me left. So, yeah.
my apologies. You never mentioned that.
Well, it's not something I like to bring up, you know. It's slaughter of my people at the hands of dragons. It's not fun conversation to have.
And you, Azrael, where are you from?
How far north have you ventured?
Oh, right up to the stony steppes.
Been past Fireshire?
I have made my way all up to all the way to Luskan before now. Terrible place. Don't go. Awful. Banditry and pirates and all ne'er-do-wells.
Talking about Luskan or Fireshire?
Luskan. I thought that was clear. Was that not clear? As he kind of looks around to the rest of you.
Sounds delightful to me. We'll have to stop by.
That is where I decided to make a home.
Lovely place. And what made you leave?
Not Luskan. No one ever settles in Luskan.
Oh, no, they do. Terrible people. Don't go there. But Fireshire,
Always
let's keep on
Fireshire.
track. Why did you decide to settle there? And why aren't you there now?
Well, that is a rather long story.
Well, if only we had a night with nothing to do and a campfire in front of us to tell it.
sort of pulling out his flask, takes a big swig. Well, it began not long after I got married.
I like this story already.
Someone married you?
That's not the type of question you ask people.
I'll use my mage hand to flick the back of Joe's ear, and I'll just be glaring at him across the fire.
My wife and I were part of a mercenary group, the Trade of Blades, up in Neverwinter.
Ah. Yeah, I've heard of them. Brigands, for the most part. Sell swords and... Yeah.
I wish I could deny that, but you're right.
Oh, I know, they're assholes. I had a run-in with them once. Tried to recruit me.
You seem like you'd fit in.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why we brought him along either. And then he kind of looks.
He's
And then
turning on me.
he looks back at you, Azrael, and winks.
He was hired by some of the miners as a cleric to tend to the ill and injured throughout the winter season. And so we made our way up there.
I am.
I found
Go on.
I found odd jobs patrolling from wolves and various other dangers that may lurk in the north. But for the most part, she was the reason I was there.
He was a cleric, you say?
She is the reason I wear this, and I pull out the amulet.
Ah, so she was also misled. I am
Start this.
also quite devout myself.
To who?
A god.
Can I insight check him?
Absolutely, you can, yeah.
Just because I want to be in on it. Ah, it's terrible. 6.
He's telling the truth. And now I'm scrolling back through my notes to try and find which god he said.
Oh, Moradin.
Moradin, thank you.
Say Tiamat.
Thank
Oh,
you. And tune in next week for our regular scheduled broadcast
yes,
of
Moradin,
DM
that
doesn't know
certainly
what
is.
he's doing.
Oh, yes, Moradin. That certainly is one of the gods.
Yes. I
That's one of the most gods.
I follow Moradin.
I'm not familiar with them.
I can baptize you in the light if you like.
No,
Oh.
you're not doing that.
No,
You
there's
tried
a
to do that.
But there's a stream. There's literally a stream right
Phalanx, low profile.
there. Not going to drown him.
I know, but baptism's along the road by
You can if you
a
want,
travelling
so-
merchant
but-
called Phil.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably not a good idea. But if you want to, Azrael, we don't have to do it here. But
Let's put a pin in that for now.
okay.
Maybe some of the others need it more than I.
I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
Oh no! If I tried to baptize at least half of these people, they'd probably ignite in flames immediately.
Well,
We should be so lucky.
Your
One
wife,
day.
she sounds wonderful, helping those less fortunate and following Bahamut.
she was.
And is she at home now, waiting for you? She must be worried sick. Is that where you left the other horn with her as memento?
I fucking slap him.
No, my someone else claimed that prize.
Did you cheat on your wife?
Oh my god.
No,
Oh, sorry, I misread that whole thing completely.
He doesn't get out much, and he really likes drama like that.
I really
so-
do like drama like that.
Well,
Grammar.
if it's drama, I see no reason in hiding that my father did that.
Nice fella, then.
Yes.
Salt
You
of the
could say
earth.
that.
Well, if he's anything like mine, he probably just, detached emotionally from a very young age.
No, he was a dutiful man.
That seems like a stone I'd rather not unturned. Well, what about the rest of you? Are you hungry, Michael? You look a little peaky.
I'm dying to get some food.
I'm glad you finished that sentence because I would have actually believed you. And yeah, talking of food, well, are you going to cook anything, or are you just going to look miserable all night?
I'm not really good at cooking.
Oh, no. You naturally look miserable. I'm talking about the one that looked okay yesterday, but now doesn't. And he kind of like points his finger towards Jove.
So that's
now might be,
Go on.
perhaps now might be a good time to put your some of your new equipment and literature to work. Not the one you were reading on the book on the caravan, but
I mean, if you don't think it's weird that I'm going to be cooking for you guys.
Oh no, we all
Like-
think it's weird, but I don't trust anybody else to cook.
No, but I mean, like, the eyes behind us, they're going to see me making food for, like, you people.
What do you mean, you people? Hold on,
I mean,
hold
you
on. Whoa,
fancy people.
that's your
I
job.
know.
how often is it that you see fancy people cooking for themselves, Jove?
I mean, never, but you know.
There we go.
Would it make you
All
feel?
right.
Would it make you feel any better if I stood up and shouted at you to do it?
Oh no, please let me.
I mean, I'm going to kill both of you when we get outside, so it's fine. You do whatever you have to do, okay? I'll
He literally,
make something.
as kind of as you stand up and walk off to the caravan, he just kind of like leans down to Feathers and goes, "He does know we already are outside, right?
I'm not there.
You're not there."
Oh
So-
no.
Oh no!
Oh god. Oh god.
Well, where's she gone?
You
As
really do want to make a new character, don't you?
As you were starting to talk about, the new people, I grabbed my loot and started walking off towards the other people, just dandering, just playing my loot and trying to listen out for snippets of conversation, and just sort of perceiving the general vibe of the group, that they're sort of, are they hostile, are they not hostile, and seeing if I can hear any occultness.
Okay.
Vibe checking, occultness.
Yep. Okay.
Ding, ding.
So make me a performance check first.
Oh gosh, right.
See how well you play your loot as your.
Oh. The performance plus 12, that is 31.
I'm just going to stop making you make those rolls going forward. I'm just going to, every time you go, I play my loot, I'll go, very well, and
Okay.
you do it well. Like, going forward. Every single one I've asked you to do in, like, the last 5 weeks, you've been like,
In the
37?
days.
Does that pass DM? No, the DC was impossible. Okay, cool. So you start meandering around the camp. You kind of make your way kind of halfway until you get to where you see where the red tent is on the map and the two individuals. The gentleman that isn't wearing the hat, that is wearing traveler's garbs, kind of turns and faces you and just kind of with a smile on his face and starts clapping. Excuse me, might I lend your ear?
Always.
That is a marvellous tune you're playing. Might I inquire as to where you learned?
Self-taught.
I've never heard of this school. Is it
It's very
nearby?
exclusive. Member of one.
The school self-taught. I might inquire next time I'm around. Tell me, that beautiful song, does it have lyrics?
Yes.
Please, come, you...
Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Please, you must be absolutely, you must be
Tequila.
terribly cold.
Sorry.
Won't you come and warm yourself by the fire?
Thank you. I can sing you a song if you wish. Or
Oh,
I
that
can
would-
play you a song if you wish.
That would be marvelous. What is your name?
He's going to
Oh.
murder you.
Feathers is my name.
Oh,
And yours?
my name. My name is Losvius.
Say it again.
Losvius.
Losvius. That's
And as you
a unique name.
kind of look at him, you can see that he is a half-elven gentleman with blonde, swept-over hair kind of falling down one side of his head, wearing traveling garbs, a leather tunic with a cotton white shirt underneath, and brown cotton pants. He sat on a stump, a tree stump, and as you approach, you see the other gentleman is also half elven with a wide brimmed hat on, wearing quite finer clothes. And he just kind of like puts his hand up towards you.
Hi.
Oh, I am sorry. Don't mind. This is my brother Nuha.
Nuha. That's a nice name too.
Yes. He doesn't speak, unfortunately. Affliction from whence we were child.
I know some people that could benefit from that affliction, to be fair.
Oh no, it is marvelous. He's such a wonderful road companion.
It's nothing worse than a chatty companion on the road.
Tell me,
No, right?
you were you've
Been attacked.
joined the gentleman over there for the journey on the road.
Yes, he picked me up in Baldur's Gate. He hired me to be his minstrel.
Ah, very well. And how much is he paying?
Oh. Prices to be determined depending on the length of the journey. He didn't know how long I was going to be with him, so I'm kind of billing him as ear.
Make a deception check.
That was a good work round though. That was a good.
It was good.
Save.
Any number at all.
That is 12 plus 8, so that's a 20, dirty 20.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't seem like a favourable arrangement in your favour at all. It almost seems that you've been asked to travel for an undisclosed length of time with a promise of payment. Now, typically when you hire minstrels, as I'm sure you're already aware, you pay an upfront fee and then the remainder upon completion of the journey. And they... Tell me, you play such beautiful music, and yet you have not stuck to this sort of arrangement. Why?
But I'm kind of new to this arrangement. I normally play in taverns and inns and places of that ilk. This is my first travelling gig, so I didn't realise that this wasn't how it was done.
Well, this does sit quite awfully with me. What do you think, Nuha? Yes,
I think he's right.
I agree. Absolutely. We should.
Fascinating insights.
There's no hoo-ha from Nuha.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
only if you insist, Nuha, but I must warn you, the last time we had this arrangement, it didn't go in our favour. Yes, because I got drunk and lost the money. Will you just... Sorry about that. My brother was just saying that we would be more than happy to employ you for the remainder of the journey. I'm happy to pay up front half of the cost, but we are travelling beyond Waterdeep and further north, if that would be acceptable for you.
I would certainly consider it up until Waterdeep. I'm not too sure if our paths will diverge at that point, though. I might have a gig in Waterdeep, so I might only be good until Waterdeep. But I'm happy to join you till then.
Very well. If you're happy to do so, that would mean that you would join us for the remainder of the journey, and travel with us and delight us with your music.
I will have to, because I have this at least verbal contract with that fella over there. I will have to talk to him first. I wouldn't want to just, but I will certainly consider it.
Very well. Well, you know that the offer is there if you do decide to take it. We will pay quite handsomely. That is quite beautiful music that you're playing.
Thank you. Just out of curiosity, how handsomely is handsome?
Oh, if you're worried about how much money we're going to pay, it will be substantial.
Good to know. Well, it was nice meeting you, and it was nice meeting you, chatty brother. I'm sure to get back to you quickly.
Very well. And as you do, Nuhar just goes and just waves.
There you are.
Do you continue walking around the encampment?
Yeah.
Okay, you do so. People kind of, as you're walking past playing, people kind of stop the conversation if they're having one and just listen for a moment or two while you pass and then continue on with the conversations they're having. Make me a perception check, please.
Okay. For occults. Oh, that's not great. That's a 4. Not
Okay.
1.
Yeah, you don't really pick anything up. You're concentrating too much on your performance and trying to make sure that you're not, well, as much as you are currently standing out more than you intend to by making a scene or whatever. But you're keeping somewhat of a low profile, but you don't really pick up much conversation because, as I say, as you're kind of approaching people, they tend to stop the conversations and listen to you playing music.
Didn't think about that. Okay.
Back at the campfire, Jove, you start making food. What are you making?
Okay. We never really discussed what vegetables I took, so I've just written a bunch of root vegetables down because I assume that's the kind of thing you pick up.
Yep.
So setting up his pot first, he's going to put the pot over the fire, get some water in it, have it start simmering and stuff. It's weird watching him cook because there's a strange professionality to it that you wouldn't have assumed from him, but he actually gets a bowl of water and starts washing vegetables and making sure things are clean before they're going places. He lives in the wild, but he knows dirty food means problems along the way. So he's just.
Please tell me Jove has an apron.
Penny.
I've not bought one yet, but I'm going to get one.
Well, it's weird you should say
Gonna
that
write that
because
down.
it's weird that you should say that because as you're pulling things out of the bag of colding, this brown apron is in there. Nana made sure that you were fully prepared.
He looks at it, he's like, "Oh, I love you, Nana." And he puts it on and ties it up around the front. Yeah, all right, this is kind of cool. Gets all his chopping veg, gets all his stuff out, just rough chops a bunch of vegetables. And then he sort of turns to her and goes, "Right, before I start doing this, what do we eat? Because I know we're not all the same."
I think I'm the problem one here.
Oh my god! Do you know
You've
how
only
long
just-
I've been waiting years for
Right.
that?
Okay, you can shut your mouth. I meant food-wise.
And Phalanx just shoots and darts a look at Clovis and goes, "Told you so."
I don't eat meat.
Why?
Because back at the monastery, there were these druids and they could speak to them and they made it so I could hear the animals. And quite honestly, that's really unsettling and I don't really want to eat anything that I can hear.
I know, but you kill people all the time and you can hear them.
I know, but I don't eat them.
I mean, you can. It depends how desperate you get.
No, I'm okay.
All right, fine. I guess we're having meatless food.
I mean, you can just stop, get a portion out for me, and then add the meat.
Yeah, it's not going to work. It doesn't work that way. It's not cooking. Ash.
Cooking. I don't cook.
Asriel's going to pick like a handful of grass and try and give it to Ash.
She's not a fucking rabbit.
His best friend's a horse, so I don't think he meant anything by it.
Fair enough.
We all prefer the horse, to be fair. So, you know.
So
You prefer the horse.
Go. What are you cooking?
So, I'm going to be making like a vegetable stew type thing. So it's just potatoes, leeks, bit of carrot, bit of turnip, sweet, like root, stocky, hearty vegetables in water, just stewed, stirred. And then for me and everyone else, I'm going to take out I'm going to take one of the chickens.
Yeah.
Spatchcock it, like pull it, sort of cut it down the middle, crack the rib cage, make sure it's flat, and then just stick, place against the fire, just turn every so often, let the meat brown.
Okay.
I used to work in a chicken restaurant. I know how to do it.
Yeah, and I'm actually a vegetarian in real life, so I'm like,
okay.
That's just strawberries.
I would like you to roll me a d20, add your proficiency bonus to it, and given how carefully you're doing this, you can add your dexterity modifier as well.
Ooh,
This is the check. Can I guide him as well?
No. It's like, the task takes longer than a minute, so...
All it is.
Also, I don't think Jove would take too kindly to just touching him saying, you can do this.
Whilst Jove is distracted and in the midst of cooking, I'm going to not using a sorcery point to subtle spell, but I'm just going to try and do it subtly. Just use minor illusion to turn his apron pink.
Slight a hand check.
It's not good. Oh, I've got that. 8.
Not as subtle as you like, but you do.
Yeah, you kind of see Clovis is kind of under his arm, just like, and just for a moment until like someone else around the fire notices it and share a chuckle with them, and then drop it.
I mean, he would notice it because he's wearing the thing. Sort of looking down, like, well, I wear it better than any of you anyway. It's fine.
Take that challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want it to be.
What did you roll?
So that would be a 16.
A 16. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You make a hearty vegetable stew with chicken on the side. It is moderately done. So, you gain the well-fed. Everyone that eats tonight gains the well-fed property, meaning you get 5 temporary hit points for the next 4 hours.
Just sort of like ladling stew into bowls and passing them around, and tears off the leg of chicken. He's like, yeah, just take chicken. It's hot, but you'll be fine. Just, be careful.
While we're sitting around the campfire eating, I will tell them all about my proposition that I might be able to infiltrate another caravan. I mean, they might not have anything to do with it, but they might. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. It's an opportunity I thought I might discuss with you guys. And he's going to give me gold. I mean, we all like gold.
He wants to employ you?
Yes.
That's a bad idea.
yeah,
I mean,
no,
you're
don't-
employing me. Why is that a bad idea?
I'm not fucking employing you, Feathers. We're under the ruse of you being employed for a reason. You join another caravan, I'm down a guard and a minstrel, and that theme, it might show weakness to the other merchant, and they might tend to try and buy my wares at a cheaper price. The road is not an easy place.
Okay, okay.
I mean, they did say that they were heading further north, weren't they? Clovis says, gesturing with a chicken bone.
Yeah,
That's
but
some
also-
indication that they're heading to the same place as the rest of them.
How far north does he need more guards? Just asking.
Oh my god.
I don't think we. I mean, losing a minstrel won't show too much of I don't know, shame, rather than losing a guard. I mean, that would be like detrimental to his appearance.
Well, look, I'll leave it up to you, but I think it's a bad idea.
I mean,
It is a bad idea. He's right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have to agree.
I don't really see the benefit.
Okay.
Well, some benefits are not immediately obvious.
Yeah, see, Clovis knows what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah, you two should really just stop talking to each other about these kind of things.
It's worked out pretty well every time we have,
No, it hasn't.
hasn't it?
Candlekeep. Do you remember the really angry dragon that tried to break into our
That's
door?
specifically what I was talking about.
Yeah, it was awful.
well, I mean, I'll
What?
tell him that,
Wait, what
that
happened
he
in
upped the
Candlekeep?
offer. Nothing happened in Candlekeep. I will tell him that he
Inside
upped
check.
the offer.
Roll me an
Really?
inside check and then roll deception, please.
Okay, so I've been reading this item I've had for a long time. Apparently, people can't tell when I'm lying.
Which item is that?
The ring of mind shielding?
Oh,
While
there you
wear this
go.
ring, other creatures that read your thoughts to determine. Oh, only when they read your thoughts when
Yeah,
they
yeah,
determine
yeah.
you're lying.
It's mental
Sorry.
outwards.
Fair enough. I was like, that's
I got
fucking
a
useful.
16.
Okay, my deception. It's not really
Yeah,
deception, but oh yeah, no, I didn't make that.
Well, while you
12.
while you guys are discussing Feather's idea, Clovis,
Mm-hmm.
during this time, your arcane eye has been scouting the entirety of the camp.
Mhm.
It is made up of a lot of individuals. There are, as I say, between 40 and 50 caravans in total, including the ones that are in your small little grove at this point. Most of which are heavily guarded. There are a number of guards who are continuously walking on patrol, most of which staying close to the caravans.
Mhm.
You don't recognize any of them at all from your time. None are wearing masks. None are adorned in what you already know as being the cult garbs. Most are commonly clothed, or at least have some form of armor, if leather, half plate, that sort of thing. Most guards are armed and are on high alert, keeping a watchful eye not only out on the horizon but around the camp itself. It seems to you immediately that a lot of these individuals know each other, despite giving the impression that they're part of separate merchant carts and caravans, right?
Mhm.
But most pass each other and having conversations, and there are groups of these individuals together. You see that there is one caravan that is extremely heavily guarded. It's larger than most, but there doesn't seem to be anybody there that you recognize. However, because of your arcane eye can fit through a 1-inch gap,
Mhm.
you
I was-
push the arcane eye into the caravan.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll pop myself in for a little flap somewhere, and
Yeah, have a
Nosy.
peek in. And you see
Stop it, Ian.
somebody that was described to you not 3 or 4 days before. Resmir. A purple dragonborn. In quite a large caravan. Currently lay asleep on a bed within this caravan. You do see that Resmir is there.
Okay.
As you... go on,
go on.
sorry. No.
Well, I was going to say, checking to see if there's anything else in any other presences within that caravan. And if not, I'll try and start looking for any documentation, like plans, maps,
Yeah.
letters, strewn papers.
Okay, so you do have a good look around. There aren't a lot of documentation around. There is a map. There doesn't seem to be anything drawn on the map or any markings as such, but there is a map out on the table that seems to have been there for not some time, but doesn't look like it was just placed and there's things under it. There's things on top of the map as well. It's like laden out on top of this little table within there. There is obviously Resmir's garbs within the caravan as well, hanging within a wardrobe. But there also appears to be every sort of luxury that a caravan can accommodate. It doesn't appear that there would be any reason for you to leave this caravan once in it.
Mm-hmm.
Gathering what information you can, you bring your arcane eye out, and in the thought process of, well, I'm going to check other caravans just to see if I can see anything of note. You do so, and everything within the rest of the caravans that you can actually access, they are sealed boxes, they are sealed bags. Nothing is out on show. There doesn't appear to be any cult masks in any of them.
Mm-hmm.
They have done a very good job at lying low at this point.
Okay. So, am I assuming that takes the whole hour of the spell?
Yeah, given that you are spending a lot of time trying to catch conversation, that sort of thing, you have to switch between sight and hearing, I believe. Are you doing that?
I can only do sight.
You can only do sight.
I'm only looking.
You're only looking. Okay, that's fine. That's what you.
But
said.
then, so as I sort of drop the arcane eye, you guys wouldn't, because I'm disguised. You guys wouldn't have seen my eye change how it usually does, but underneath the disguise, it was that. So as I sort of tightly blink my eyes to get rid of the arcane eye, you sort of see Clovis just go, ah, and just kind of wince in pain for a little bit. You see him just grab his left eye. Ah.
You're right.
You okay?
Is some stew in your eye?
Maybe it felt hot. Did one of you throw something? It burned for a short moment. Was that one of you?
Could be a cinder. The fire's right there.
Do you want me to look at it? I can see if there's something in it.
Sure.
I look at his eye and see if I can see if there's any
There doesn't
redness, burns. You know.
there is slight redness, but there doesn't appear to be anything wrong as such. It just kind of looks like a little red.
Maybe a smoke got in it or something. It doesn't look to be anything in it now.
Very well. That was unpleasant, but it's past now. Well, we're with the right group. I can fairly certainly confirm that Resmir is present. Quite a few caravans over that way.
Oh, I don't think I made it that far.
He appears to be keeping a low profile, so still, I think we should avoid that area for now, unless we're going under investigative secrecy.
I mean, I can go visible if you need me to check it out.
So let's wait until later.
Okay, let me know.
And I'll just kind of just rub my eye a little bit more. Kind of, Clovis looks a little bit confused. And then I'll just continue chomping away at my food.
So, what's your plan? Remember, it doesn't all have to be done in a day. We can take our time with this. I think when we make camp, and mornings and evenings are the best time to do this. Throughout our trip, it wouldn't be remiss of you guys to start walking through the camp and making acquaintances with other guards and whatnot.
I was going to say, last time I travelled with the caravan, us guards typically got together, had an ale around the fire and familiarized ourselves with one another to pass the time. So it wouldn't be amiss if we did the same.
But I
But with
wouldn't.
those guys.
Yeah, but I wouldn't all go at the same time. It wouldn't be proper.
Oh no. It's
I
just
thought we were
that
just following these people, finding out where they're going.
But not just
I'm
by
missing
following them. We want to find out by conversation and stuff before they get there. We're not just following them to see where they go.
we ideally want to know where they're going before they get there.
Maybe he wants to hire a minstrel.
Yeah, maybe, but again, just be careful what you say. People that tend to ask too many questions get the answers that they don't necessarily look for, mainly in the form of violence, but...
I think perhaps, given it's our first night here, we shouldn't make too many waves. Let's allow them to become accustomed to our presence before we start poking too far. These things take time. Some groundwork needs to be laid. No scan can happen overnight.
True.
So just
And we have several weeks here, apparently, so no need to rush.
That's our end goal. Take these guys out. What is it that you
Can
want
I
to do?
just say that we need to be careful about what we're saying? We don't know if they can hear us or anything. Be careful.
Should we be? I whisper. Should we be whispering?
Well, I mean,
it's not going to pick up if I actually whisper.
We haven't so far, and nobody seems to be paying much mind. I think for this evening we seem to be okay. But it is getting late. We have an early start in the morning. I'm going to get my head down.
Just before you do that, do you know how safe this area is?
Oh, yes, I do, yeah. Good night. And he just
I
wanders
turned
off.
to Ash, I'm like, he's a bit of an ass, isn't he?
He is, he's great.
I like him.
I mean, indeed, but maybe I should do like a little flyover to see if I can see any movement in the trees, or...
I was just going to go and have a little look up and down the road, and then I'll be right back. But
Yeah, I was going to say,
yeah, good shout.
I'll take the water line. I'll go a few feet that way. Mike, come with me. We're guarding this together, and we might as well do it. Put the part on, as it were.
Fair enough.
Okay, so that's 4 of us having a good thorough search of the local area. one by air, 2 by water, 1 in the woods.
Okay.
I'll stay
going
with
to
the
go
caravans then.
I'm going to go relax on my chaise longue.
Of course you are.
Did you get that out?
No, I've just built one out of our
Obviously.
stuff.
Sorry, forgot I was
That's
talking
close
to
to Homebrew spell.
Yeah, it's the only way that I'm.
Wrong.
It's the only way that I'm handy. I can just build chaise longues out of anything.
Very well. So, Clovis heads off and gets himself on his chaise longue in the back of the caravan and beds down for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Azriel, you stay by the fire, but keeping a watchful eye on both caravans. Michael and Jove, you both head off along the water line.
Mhm. Just as we're walking, looking across, and like, so Mike, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Just, you guys seem to have a plan, an end goal, sort of. I just want to be useful in whatever way I can.
That's fair. I mean, saving the world's a big job. So
run that.
So what's up with your chest, Mike?
Oh no.
My chest.
I just thought about
Yeah.
what he's doing.
I know, right?
Oh.
As we're walking along in front, he's just trying to make a very sort of relaxed, sort of like post himself. He's like, yeah, when I was steering the ship a couple of days back, you and Ash came out in front of the ship. Couldn't hear what you were saying, but you opened your shirt and showed her something, and she seemed to. I don't know what was going on there, but what's up?
Are you telling me that you want to see as well?
Yeah, if it's something I need to be worried about.
All right, you didn't get that joke. That's fine.
Joke.
Oh, dear.
Never mind. I just showed her an old scar that I have.
Okay, is that all?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I woke up in the woods when
Well, we've all been there.
and I had a scar on my chest.
From fighting, or that you just don't know where it came from?
I don't know. That's sort of where my memories begin.
Can I inside check him for this story, please?
Yeah, sure.
I need to tell me things. Oh, why have I got a +4 to insight? Cool. So that's 16.
Doesn't seem to be lying. Doesn't seem to be telling you an obvious lie.
Hmm.
So yeah, woke up, have a scar on my chest. Yeah, no, it's I don't know. Just thought that if I show that, I mean, I'm new to this group, so I thought that if I reveal something about myself, you guys could maybe trust me a bit more.
But it wasn't to all of us, it was just to Ash, the person who pulled you out of the ground, so you said.
Oh, yeah, she pulled me from the ground, yeah.
As they sort of like get to like a certain distance, he just sort of like naturally turns them around and starts, as they start walking back, you're like, you know what happened with Feathers on the boat, Mike, when that fucking thing came out of her?
I've never seen anything like it before, so I can't say that I know what was going on, but...
It's neither, it's not what I'm on about. Point is, that happened because she didn't tell us stuff about herself in detail or well enough, and then it got to a point where that happened. And it could have been a lot worse. I ain't gonna force you, I ain't gonna make you spill your guts, but if you're not telling us stuff that's gonna put us in danger, I'll spill it myself.
Yeah,
I care about these people. Even Feathers.
As far as I'm aware, I don't have any sort of smoke being inside of me. So I doubt that's gonna happen. I can tell you I woke up. I had a scar on my chest and I had this sword by my side. I guess I was attacked, maybe.
I don't know you. You tell me. Well, you can't, but you know.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the issue. When you don't know much about yourself, it's very hard to try to tell something about yourself. Do you know what I mean?
No,
I can
but
tell you that I had a weird-ass vision of Ash pulling me from the ground. I woke up in a forest. I had a sword by my side. I had a scar on my chest, and Well, I've been trying to find her ever since I gave up after a year. Tried to settle down. Couldn't. Moved. Tried again. Didn't work. Moved. Found you guys.
And just Ash by coincidence.
That's what I'm trying to find out. Why can't I remember anything, and why is she the only thing that I can remember? You know, this is freaky for me too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's all kinds of weird. I mean, we're good at that. But
like, do you remember, what's your earliest memory?
Oh man. Tribe life, I guess. Waking up at the crack of sunrise, running around with the other kids, doing shit, causing trouble, throwing weapons at each other because it was fun. Talking to the elders.
Brothers, sisters.
Well, I mean, they're all brothers and sisters. We're all family over there. It's kind of.
Parent?
I don't remember them. I don't remember much anymore, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff I tried to force out. It's worked. Now I don't remember as much as I would like. But I know it was nice. I know it was free. I know it's where I was meant to be, you know? I don't belong in cities. I don't belong with lots of people. They don't like me when I'm me. So I'm a wild kid. I like to be out in the fields, forests, just doing the thing.
I can respect that. I would like to remember my parents. I would like to remember if I had any parents. If I had any siblings.
I mean, everyone has parents. You just, you came from somewhere. You didn't just pop out of the ground twice.
I mean, it's fair.
It's got a point. He's not wrong.
At least that's
what
what I hope.
They'll do to you. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's hard not being able to remember anything.
Well,
it's almost like I'm a kid. You know, I can do things. I mean, obviously, I have, muscle memory. Things that I apparently used to be able to do, and things that I picked up along the way. But
well,
it's weird. I can speak languages I didn't know I could speak. I don't know where I learned it from. I don't know if I was a scholar.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. And he looks at his clothes, which is torn and rugged, and it's yeah, you're right. I probably wasn't much of a book person, although you are, which is surprising.
It's a big book. It's got big words. I'm just trying to learn better the things I need to learn better. Yeah. I'm trying to improve as we go, I guess.
You and me both.
As we sort of start getting closer to the campfire, and the caravan sort of start re-emerging, he sort of turns to it and mid-walk and look, Mike, I want to trust you. I do. You've not done anything too weird yet, and you seem to be nice enough.
I mean, I've done a lot of weird things so far. Let's be honest, but
I mean, you know, you're in the right company.
yeah, I seem to be.
But I'm going to tell you, and I'll tell you too, I don't do secrets or hidden truths or anything like that. Don't like it, don't respect it, don't think it's good. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that you're being honest with me and that you really have nothing to hide, and it's cool. But if it does turn out to be something and there's problems, just know I ain't going to be happy with either of you, because she probably knows too.
Right.
Be cool?
How far away from the rest of them are we?
So Ash and Feathers aren't there. You're far enough away that if you had a conversation now, they wouldn't hear it.
Listen.
Phalanx just behind the bus next to him.
Yeah, I'm specifically looking out for that dude.
Yeah. No, he's nobody's there. Nobody's around, and you're far enough away from the camp that if you wanted to have a conversation, you could.
Well, in spirit of honesty, I guess there's one more thing I should tell you.
And that's where we're going to go to... No, I'm joking.
Son of a bitch!
No! Yeah, I thought there might be something, but...
I think I used to be dead.
What do you mean used to be dead?
Well,
Can
I'm
you
walking,
stop?
aren't I?
No, I didn't know you could stop being dead.
To
What do you
be
mean?
honest, I didn't either.
Is that why you look so thin and stuff?
I haven't looked myself in the mirror in a while, so
Just look in the river. That's how I usually see myself.
I go to the river. Do I look any different from when I started my journey 4 years ago?
You look a bit different now. You look like a bit more skin tone and colour has come back. You don't look as jaunt as you used to.
Yeah.
You still look quite thin, but not anywhere near what you used to look like.
What hearty meal do to you?
It's all that vegetable stew,
Joe's special chicken stew.
Yeah. Mama Joe's chicken stew.
Nana Joe.
Right, now I know what you mean. Yeah, I guess that's why. I used to look a lot worse, though, to be honest.
Well, at least you're improving.
Yeah, I hope
Well,
so.
all right, Mike. I can say this with a fair amount of confidence. You've earned my trust. You spoke the truth. It's hard, but you did it. So, cool. Now I know. Should probably tell everyone else just to be on the safe side, because if you being dead once comes up again and it makes issues, we're going to need to know beforehand. So
Yeah,
we can
well,
prepare and be safe.
We have a paladin in the group, and
Go what? Who's that?
Asriel.
Oh, that asshole? Is that what he... Oh, okay.
I think they are sort of, supposed to fight people who once were dead and are now back. So,
I mean, I'd say ask him, but I don't like him, so don't.
God.
Yeah.
right. That's
it tracks.
that's a conversation for another time. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, and thanks also for not freaking out about the whole dead thing.
Like, Joe, he holds a hand out for one of his trademark good, hearty, arm-to-arm shakes.
Warrior's handshake.
Yeah, I'll give him a warrior's handshake as well. And you hear the bone snap. No, I'm kidding.
Crack. Stick on my short. Can I be like Ash?
It's like that scene from Harry Potter where you can just bend it. No.
oh, that's cool. Just shaking it.
As you guys finish this warrior's handshake and continue this conversation back towards the camp, Feathers, you take an aerial scout, and pretty much what Clovis relayed, just for the sake of not repeating the same information, you pretty much see the same thing. The second encampment is heavily guarded. Lots of people in that camp. Lots of people paying close attention to the horizon. Nobody really tends to pay you much mind with it being dark, and you being quite high. You just kind of appear normal in the night sky as an owl would. I know you're an owl, Lynn, but
yeah, I was looking more towards like the forest, the trees and stuff, to make sure there's no movement, like animal wise or beastie wise, you know.
Okay.
Rather than actual in the camp itself.
Okay, no problem. Make me a perception check then as you scour through the forest to see if you can find anything.
That's a 13.
A 13?
Yeah.
You do see a couple of woodland creatures. There is a vole and also a rabbit as you're flying through.
No, I leave them alone.
You leave them alone? Okay.
I took the trauma of Ash being feeding bounced the birds last time. I'm not going to do it again. I've learned my lesson. Yeah.
No problem.
I'm not there that time.
Ash, you are going for a wander. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I am kind of strolling through the camp, kind of nodding towards any other guards and heading towards the road. Having come this route before and knowing this is around the Field of the Dead, I am kind of checking to make sure that everyone's snuffing out their campfires. And just kind of checking the road and just checking campfires and stuff like that. And I also kind of want to get a beat on who's there, but mainly campfire check.
Yeah. Do you go across into the main camp, or do you just kind of let them do what they're doing?
I think she goes to like literally the edge to see through, and if she sees spots of candlelight, like campfire light, she may go over.
Okay. You go up to a couple of people in your little section that have the campfires and just politely say, you know, it's getting dark, best kind of snuff these out and get to bed. It's not the place to do that sort of thing. They respect you, and they kind of go, yeah, okay, fair enough. Like, can they start kind of dampening down the fires? As you kind of approach the main camp, one of the guards starts walking towards you. And Evelyn?
Sorry, I don't mean to intrude. It's just we're by the Fields of the Dead. I've done this route a few times, guarding people every so often. But if your campfires aren't snuffed out, monsters tend to be attracted to it. We're at the Field of the Dead, so...
Scared of what lurks in the dark, are you?
I just thought I'd do you a favour, but if you don't want to heed my wisdom, then that's fine. Have a good evening. And leaves.
Okay. You all gather in your kind of respected tents and bed down in the back of carts and wherever you're bedding down for the evening. Azrael, while everyone else is away, however, what is it you are going to be doing? Because obviously Clovis has gone to kind of bed down on the chaise longue for the night. What are you going to be doing?
Obviously.
Had to get that back in there, didn't
I love how I'm getting away with this whole campaign.
It's fucking... I assume, you know how we've got like the pilgrim's tent, the folding boat. I assume now Clovis just has a folding chaise longue that just can...
In development.
Sort of sitting by the fire, it's going to just take a look at the guards, see if he recognises any sort of iconography on any of them that he can see, or anyone in general.
Okay, make me a perception check, please.
13.
13. For the most part, no. There is one of the guards that has the sigil of Tyr on his buckler.
Okay.
And there is one of the merchants that seems to have a pendant with Lathander's symbol hanging around their neck.
After that, sort of taking a note of which to have symbols. After that, he's going to sort of just sit down quietly by the fire, just start his nightly ritual of prayer.
Yeah. I know what you
I
mean.
knew he wasn't a paladin.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Do a stab wife.
Literally, as
Jeez.
everyone walks back, Azrael's just sat by the fire going,
You've been reading my backstory.
here's the story about A to Z. When I mean A Z, I'm talking about me.
This is a story all about hell.
My horn got
My
ripped all
wife
up.
got killed.
Wow.
Name's Azrael.
But don't go there.
Okay, you start your nightly prayer, and for the sake of brevity, you all finish what you're doing for the evening, bed down. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. And again, for the sake of brevity, unless there's anything super important that anybody wants to do in the morning, the cart, you will pack everything away, and the caravan will join the rest. You don't join in the middle, you kind of take your time packing things away to... There is an order for these sorts of caravans. If the first joined first at the at the lead, and you just kind of join and tag on at the bottom.
I just have a quick question.
Hmm.
Is this lady meant to look like a monk, or are they just carrying a stick?
Just carrying a stick, love.
Cool.
Don't
Fairness.
don't read too much into the token things. I literally went D&D Traveller, and that one came up, so I was like, that'll do.
Feders will take a second to wander over to the fire that she had been in the night previous and say that she is cool with her employment, that he is up to her gold, and she is happy with it.
Excellent. That's easily done. So you guys pack things away and start heading along with the caravan. The morning is quite nice. It's starting to warm relatively early this morning, despite it being in autumn. But the skies are clear. There is a nice breeze coming through, but nothing too kind of shivering or anything. The sun is coming up over the horizon, and the caravan set out on their day's travel. That's where we're just going to take a quick break. We will be back very shortly. You guys at home, make sure you go get a drink, go to the toilet, all that good stuff. If you haven't already, share the stream with any other D&D Dice Goblin-y friends that you've got. The more the merrier that can come in and watch this next bit. It's quite fun. We're going to be... We're going to be 5-10 minutes. Could probably be back at about 10 past. So get yourselves a drink, and we will see you shortly. Bye.
If you've already got a drink, go to Valkyrie RPG's website and check out the dice.
Can we play? Can we?
Well, welcome back. Jesus Christ, guys.
Professional as ever.
Welcome back. Hopefully you've all had time to get a drink, to get yourselves a quick bathroom break. Let's just jump straight back into the madness. Fucking guys, right at the break, man. Like I said, let's do this, and then you come out with that outlandish shit.
You got to count us in, man.
I know. Oh man. So, as we,
Well, that's an outtake.
Jesus Christ.
Continue.
That's
Yes,
got to be a
serious
clip.
D&D players.
What are we doing?
We're playing D&D, Dan. Fucking get on board, bro.
I blame you.
Head in the game.
Right. As you guys set off on the carriages, the day goes rather uneventfully for the most part. Who is where? So I assume that you're taking up where you kind of join the caravan. So Feathers playing music for Phalanx, Ash and Asriel to the side of one caravan with Jove and Michael walking alongside the one that Clovis is driving.
So are we in the very back?
Towards the back,
end of the tail, yeah.
Yeah,
so there's
you're
no
at
one
the
behind
tail.
us.
No.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to take a slightly, I'll be in the back of the thing, taking a look around the back. But as much as I can, I'm going to jump on the back, sit, and get right back into my boat. As much time as I can with this, I'm skyding off work.
Okay, so you're going to sit at the back of on the back of the caravan and try and read.
Yeah, like legs hanging, just yeah.
Okay, you can have another 2 hours.
Dope.
I need you to make me an intelligence check, please.
Okay. Intelligence. That's not good. Okay, that's just a 10.
A 10? Okay. You seem to be taking the information in quite well. I know it doesn't really need a check to get the information in. It's just for me to gauge how well you're taking this in.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
So Feathers is bugging Phalanx with a new song she wrote that says it's glorifying Ash, which I can only imagine that is really pissing off Phalanx just to see his face.
No, I mean,
yeah.
So something that you kind of notice is it doesn't seem to be pissing him off as much as you either intend to or hope to. It makes you kind of realize that as much as he throws digs in Ash's way, it's only meant from a loving place. And when you're, it's sort of like, kind of takes it upon himself to be that big brother role and like takes it almost to the extreme. But he's, having a conversation with him about it and like giving you pointers on bits of the song. All right, he throws the odd dig in here and there, but the most part he's actually trying to help you write it, and he isn't trying to stupper you or give you, oh, well, why are you talking about how great she is? Why don't you just talk about the size of her nose? Or anything like that. Like, just...
I'm imagining Drops of Jupiter by Train.
Literally.
Drops of Jupiter in her hair.
Hell yeah.
So, I need, as you are as you guys are carrying on and keeping pace with the caravan, something that you notice, Clovis, immediately is there appears to be 3 what look to be eagles in the sky. I'd like you to make me a nature check, please.
Brr. Okay. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, damn it, it was an 18 as well. Oh, that's an 18 as well. What the hell? So 19.
19. At first, you kind of look and don't really pay much attention to them and kind of pass them off as eagles. And then a moment or two later, your eye line kind of reaches up again. And as you do, they've grown in size. And it becomes very apparent that these aren't eagles at all.
Oh, fuck.
Are they
As
heading
these-
towards the
These
caravan?
3 large winged beasts start flying down in a dive formation towards the caravans. I'd like everyone to roll me initiative, please.
We've got company!
I forgot we could do this.
Yes, it's been a while.
Oh, shit.
Okay, all right. Level 6. Let's go.
Oh!
My new dice is on fire right now.
Mine too. Right.
Oh, turning combat music up. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
As these three creatures swoop down in a dive formation, screeching, and the sound of this screech echoes across the open plains that you're traveling across. 25 to 20, please.
22.
23.
Hey!
Anyone else?
1.
Woo!
21.
Okay, so feathers.
Yep.
Ash.
Taking
Michael.
all of the credit for this because I called it out. All of your high initiatives are because of you.
Uh-huh.
20 to 15, please.
19.
15 to 10.
12.
Oof. Azrael, where you at, man? Ooh.
5. And what did Banff get?
Remember the dog,
Poor Banff.
Banff got a 15.
Banff got a
I hate
15.
this thing.
So
Yeah.
he's after
She.
you. She, sorry.
Okay. As these large
Christ.
creatures swoop down, they are getting to around 60 feet above the caravan, just off to the left-hand side of the trail now. You see one of these large beasts is reddish in colour, but with a white fur mane and what appear to be horns on their head. One beside is white, pure white in colour, similar size, wingspan at around 20 feet. And then the one next to it, again, a bit darker in colour. But with white in their feathers and some red within their feathers. Why don't I show you what that looks like?
No.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
What?
Let's
Whoa!
do that.
Oh, fuck. Okay, they're not what I thought it was.
Fuck is that?
Okay, but that kind of.
Bad things.
They're kind of cute, though.
I quite like him.
It's like an eagle deer.
A deagle.
Deer.
Bad things.
A deagle.
Eagle.
Okay.
Give it. Smeagol's
I
brother.
like
So-
the one on the left. He looks jolly.
Yeah, I
So-
like him.
I'm glad they
My favourite.
they give you that impression. So,
Let's kill
Feathers, you're up first.
Okay. I don't know what to do.
Get him, get him, get him.
Get him, get him,
I'm
get him, get him.
I'm going
Hit him, hit him, hit him.
fly directly up. My full movement. And I am sorry, I am working with a new sheet. What the word? Okay, I am going to, as I'm flying up, I am going to stash my loot and pull out my bow.
Okay.
And I am firing towards this guy.
Okay.
Can I use my ability with that?
What do you mean?
Hold on. Yes, I can. Okay. So I'm going to first try and hit it.
Yep. So, Feathers launches off the back of the caravan, flying, stashing her loot, and flying up 30 feet. I believe your movement speed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 30 feet directly up. You are still you're now about 30 to 40 feet away.
Okay. For a 34 to hit.
34 will hit, yeah.
Huh?
You hit the what?
How?
Yeah.
What's a hit?
How?
I've got 17 plus 7. What is that? That's not 34, is
24.
People, it's 24.
it? Sorry. I don't do
I was like, what did you give her?
24.
24.
Performance-based
So,
attacks.
I mean, that's right. Yeah, so I pull my bow, but just before the arrow leaves the bow, you see, anyone who can see it, sort of this purple smoke starts to swirl around the arrow itself, and it is going to cause extra psychic damage.
Okay, so roll damage first.
Oh yes, sorry, I forgot the damage for that. That's that. It's a 6 plus 4, that's a 10.
Okay, and the psychic damage?
Is just double checking. I think it's 2d6, isn't it? 3d6. I need another d6. I'll just roll it again. It's 4 plus 4 plus 6. So that is a 14 psychic damage.
Okay.
You. That was my bonus.
Pull
action.
the arrow out. Take aim. The arrow flies through the air and crashes into this winged beast's chest as it... Anything else on your turn?
No, that was my bonus action. So, no. You guys get him now! That's all I can do.
Stopping him up.
Okay.
Done my bit.
At the end of Feather's turn, Ash, you are up.
Yeah, so how high are they?
About 55 feet.
High. Fuck.
So from you, they're around 55 feet. They are currently flying and swooping down.
They're swooping down. I will... What am I going to do? I'm a bit useless from this range. I am going to invoke Bahamut's Blessing for my action.
Okay. For those at home that don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah. +1 to my AC.
Excellent.
And I am going to move in front of... Well, I'm making sure I'm directly in front of these guys. Bonus action, patient defense.
Excellent. Hey. Michael, you're up.
Right. And they're swooping straight towards us.
They are.
I mean, let's do the easy thing, I guess. I'm just gonna send 2 Eldritch blasts.
Yep.
At one of them.
Okay.
I think it's at this level. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Let's take the one in the middle.
Yeah, no problem.
15 to hit.
15 does hit.
Oh, nice. Cool. Awesome. Where's my D10? There it is. 6.
To the one in the middle, yeah?
Yeah. And then a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
And 5.
Okay. Michael, you look up and just kind of go and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts. And as this arcane purple energy echoes through the sky, both hits straight into this winged beast as it cries out in pain. Anything else on your turn?
No, I'm just gonna shake off the sort of bluish lightning that sort of sparkles off my arms, and then I'm gonna take out my sword.
Okay. Any bonus actions or movement from you?
No, because they're coming straight towards us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or do they look like they're heading towards us?
They are swooping down in what looks to be a coordinated attack towards this whole line of caravans.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna move. Let's see. 10 feet that way. So pop myself there.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Hey. My turn. Yeah, it's going to be able to go for you, I'm afraid, Ash. This creature here, after Feathers cracks it with an arrow, you see it kind of curl its wings back and just dip its head down, and now it's flying down at great speed until it gets to around 10 feet in front of you. It unfurls its wings, comes at you with both talons out to try and hit you.
Disadvantage.
I know.
Just checking.
Can we just say that now, or?
Oh no!
Punk shit.
Does a 16 hit?
No, not with Bahamut's blessing, baby.
Ooh, very
Ooh,
good.
Let's go.
And as it tries to grasp out with its claws, it then rears its head back and tries to attack you with its beak. Still with disadvantage. That's much better. So that is a 14. That's a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Okay.
Silvery barbs.
So you have
It's
to.
already with disadvantage, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So I've
No.
already rolled it with disadvantage because of a patient defense.
It doesn't say anything about.
You make them re-roll.
It's a re-roll. It's not.
You distract them and you make them re-roll.
Okay. On Silvery Barbs, does it say before the result is named?
Okay.
Before the result.
No.
It says one reaction you take when a creature's within 60 feet of yourself and succeeds on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. So that
Okay.
triggers it.
So I can reroll. I'll reroll again with
And
disadvantage.
you have to take the lower one, yeah.
So that's 12 plus 5. So that's 17.
It still just hits.
Just hits.
Damn
Okay.
it. Thank you, though. Who are you
So
going to
you
to?
do get advantage. No, you get
Really?
advantage. Well, I can give you advantage on the next attack.
So that's 14.
Even if it doesn't work.
14 points of.
Yeah.
It did work. So it did work. The spell still took place.
Sorry,
I have to
okay.
reroll.
14?
14 points of piercing damage. The pressure and the dive gives it additional damage, unfortunately.
Okay.
So it will move the 30 odd feet to you and then fly past and back up into the air to here.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
You do not, because it has
Fuck.
flyby.
Oh,
Oh,
How
stupid
high is it now?
fly-by
Dean?
bitch.
It's around 20 feet, so it's used its full 60 feet of movement to fly down, attack Ash, and then fly past. And that is its go. Coming up now, Clovis.
Okay.
I need to move you guys around. So, Azrael, you would be here. Clovis, you would be here. Everyone else is as they would be. I would imagine that Banff is back here, though.
Okay.
So,
So Clovis will sort of step up on the seat behind the reins of the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll look up at the one that's just swooped past and attacked Ash. And I'll say, no, not having that. You're having a timeout. And I'll thrust my fist forward with the DeVito family ring and try to cast banishment on it.
Okay.
So it needs to make a charisma saving throw. How charismatic are these big birds? Let's find out.
10. So failed.
Yes, it works.
Okay.
It is banished.
Let's do that. It has been banished. And you are now concentrating on banishment.
Yeah, and as it sort of just almost in the similar way to his vortex warp, you see like almost as if glass shatters in the air around it, and then it goes and just gets consumed into it. And you see Clovis holding up his hand, and he says, "I can't hold it for long. Let's get the others down."
Okay. Anything else on your go?
I will do nothing else.
Okay. At the end of your go, this. Hold on, I need to change my thing. This horse and cart disappears off and carries on. I need to.
Cowards.
Pussy.
With that individual, they, and you just see them whip, and that caravan starts taking off, leaving. However, this horse it's left behind is whinnying. I think a horse whinnies, right?
Winnie, yeah, of course it is.
I know words. Starts
one of my
whinnying
least favourite
and is
words in the
backing
English
up
language.
and looks completely distressed. So that one isn't moving. It is, however, Bamf's go.
Oh, it's Bamf's go. Okay, Bamf is going to jump up on the thing right next to me, almost in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
and start growling at the air.
MVP.
At these other two that are left, and she's gonna stay right there, and she's gonna bite anything that tries to attack me.
So she's holding her action. If
Yeah.
anything gets close, she's going to bite. Excellent. Right. This creature here comes and takes its full movement to here. Well, not its full movement. Some of it left. And is going to try and do something crazy.
I think I did.
Which is a that.
Yeah,
He needs
he's
to
fucked.
make a that. Oh, okay. You see it
Oh, Steve.
grab and dig its claws into this guy's shoulders, and it just starts taking off into the air around 30 to 40 feet up over here. Spins mid-air, so the guy flicks over. It kind of does a spin, and then it just drops, and this guy plummets straight down, crashes into the floor here,
Ow.
dead.
Uh-oh.
And you just see his
R.I.P.
body collide with the earth, and dirt and blood just scatter across the ground, and this guy's just a heap on the floor
Lovely.
with bones sticking out.
Okay. Natalie's eating.
I know. Jove, you're up.
Death drop. Sorry.
Accurate.
Slay! Slay! Yes!
Oh, they're drag birds.
Dragon drop.
Dragons, if you will. Okay. Too far to do much. Okay. Cool. Jove is going to move his full 30. Just think. Yeah, I'll go to that. Cool. He's gonna pull the axe out, sort of big, tusky, like, oh, I've been needing some action. And as he runs, bonus action, I'm going to Crimson Right and just slip my hand straight up the blade of the axe and just And as the blood metastasizes and the edge begins to glow, its normal sort of orangey whitish hue, and the electricity starts to crackle, I am going to move the token if I can. Yep. Move into here, I think I could. And then, looking at the rest of the guards and everyone else, just go, aim for the wings! And I'm going to, hold the axe down and just, and let go 2 Eldritch Blasts in the shape of the spinning axes. But I'm aiming specifically for its outer wing. So the one closest this side, I want to try and damage that as much as possible.
Okay, go ahead and roll me to hit with both, please.
Yep. So first is... Okay, that's not going to hit. Actually, I might... That's a 14.
14 does hit.
Oh, God,
Nice.
second one is... Oh, I like that a lot more. That is a 23 to hit.
It will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll me some damage, please, with your Eldritch Blast against the one in the middle, I assume, the one that's just dropped Jimmy on his head.
The one that's just turned the guy into the chicken I made last night.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Oh, so that's 10, and then 3. So 13 overall. As these 2 big spinning axe blades just straight into the wing to try and
Beauty.
get it down.
Okay. No problem.
And that, seeing as she moves after me, I'm just going to call Zayla straight to me. So she's not going to do anything, but she is going to be on me, ready for action.
Yeah, no problem.
That's my turn.
Hero's getting their measuring tools out.
Just see it.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else on your anything else on your turn, Jove?
No, that's all for me.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, to kill a horse.
Okay.
This pie would care more about the horse.
Yeah, legitimately.
That's probably what they're going for. They're hunting.
And this
Food.
one
Who cares about the
will
horses?
fly to here. Try and pick this horse up.
Oh no.
There it is.
He's attached to a cart.
He picks the cart up with the horse. This guy drops down off, and it drops it only around 10 feet. I can't move this token, but theatre of the mind. It drops, and this horse
Not
just
good
goof, goof, and the cart.
Oh, he's writing it down.
sorry.
That's so going to be the next
Disadvantage on your
emote.
horse.
Dan shit list.
Drops the horse and cart, and you see the cart just splinters, and the wheel flies off, and the horse just crashes down, and it continues its flight to there. And that's roughly where it's dropped the horse, just in front of that one. And now it's flapping its wings and is around 15, 20 feet off the ground. Azriel.
You are muted.
Get yourself, dude.
I am aware.
No, you.
Fuck you, would.
Fucking cool as a cucumber in the face of danger. I'm aware.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
What's
going
the
to use
image?
my movement,
Mm-hmm.
30 feet, once Banff is out of my way,
Mm-hmm.
Put it up
to
aside.
get there.
Yep.
I am then going to bonus action Misty Step
Yep.
onto the back of this thing.
God damn it!
Let's go!
Evan, he beat us to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, beat me as well.
You poof, and you
How will you
misty
fuckers-
step and land on its back.
I am then going to take out my greatsword
Yep.
and try and drive it through the back of its neck.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
14.
14 will hit.
E.
Big bird.
Not great. 10 damage. On the
Oh,
first one.
yeah.
Second one.
Mm-hmm.
That's better. Is a dirty 20.
Yeah, definitely hits.
And I'm going to smite this one at first level.
Okay.
Ooh, that's better. So that is... Why am I bad at maths?
The club.
16
That's a deeper
without
question now,
the
Steve.
smite.
Yeah.
And smite at first level is 2d8. Ooh, an extra 15 on top of that.
Okay. You run forward 30 feet, unsheathing your sword. You misty step onto the back of this large winged beast as it's... And you drive your sword once in. It doesn't seem to gain as much purchase. It does pierce through the back and the skin and through into the muscle and sinew in the back of this thing's neck. You lift the sword up and with all the divine energy you can muster at this moment, slam this sword down, and you do, and it goes and pierces into it. And as you pull, get the sword out, it does not release quickly, and it gets jammed on something within its inner being, like it could be bone or something you've gone through, and it... And that's your turn.
Yeah, I'm happy there. Fuck it. That's good.
Okay. Top of the round. Feathers.
Feathers is going to fly just a little bit forward, just to like above Ash,
Okay.
and she is going to pull her bow again, but as she pulls it, it turns green, and it's sort of almost this like ichor sort of coats the arrow, and I am aiming for its this one. I'm aiming for its eyeball.
Okay. On
and
which
I'm
one? The
hitting
one
it
that...
with
The one
acid
that...
arrow.
Okay, the one that Azrael is currently on,
No,
or the other one? The other one.
this
Okay,
one.
no problem.
And I'm hitting it with an acid arrow.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20.
Natural 20! Okay.
Okay. I don't. This is the first time I've cast. This is 4d4.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this is a vibrating one? Oh my god.
How? Oh my god!
Ash.
Ash, head in the game, please. Come on.
I didn't question what she was doing. So that's a 6. Sorry, I've only got 2 d4s.
Okay.
Out. And that's 8. So that is the 6 plus 8.
14.
Thank you. Double the dice
Yeah.
is
28.
That's it. I'm also going to expend a bardic point to infuse that with psychic damage as a bonus action. So that is 4 and 5. So that's 9 doubled because it's doubled the dice. So 18.
Okay. And then roll me a d20, please.
12.
Okay. Okay. I need to make a con save.
Ooh.
Isn't bad. It makes it, unfortunately, it makes it save so nothing happens. But
Oh.
almost could have had this thing out of action for 2 rounds.
Woo!
Almost.
Close.
Almost. Very close. It was very
Good
close. I had to, it was a DC 15 con save and it got a 16. I rolled a 15 and it's got a +1 on con.
Fair
So
enough.
very, very close. But yeah, excellent. But a hell of a lot of damage. Very, very big damage. This thing is looking a little bit beat up now.
Okay.
Still looks pretty powerful though. Anything
me
else on your
done,
turn?
Yeah.
I should have said at the start of the round what happens next is this guy will will rush forward to here, seeing his mate being splattered, and will throw a spear. Goes wide, he launches it, and it just flies past this creature. This one here is going to race round and throw his spear at the one that Azrael is riding.
Natty Turney?
No. Azrael,
Hello.
Oh, shit!
you take
Oh no!
you take 6 points of piercing damage as this guy launches his spear, misses the target, and it just strikes you in your side.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Apologies. This guy here.
They're with the birds! Kill them!
This guy
he's next
here
on my hit list now.
will shoot his crossbow.
At which
That's
one?
better. At you. That's a okay, that's not bad. So the creature takes 8 points.
That looks like Joel from a distance.
8 points of damage.
Hello.
Cool. That's all of them. This merchant here is going to jump off the back of the cart, get on his knees, and start trying to crawl underneath the cart to get out of the way. Safety.
Fair.
What should have happened is now going to happen because I forgot to write him down in the turn order. So I'm now
forgot
going
my
to
boy.
Yeah. Phalanx jumps off the cart, races forward to see the one that Azrael is on. Spells.
Cleric, let's go.
Yeah, we need a decent one of those.
Yeah, we haven't
Can't be
had
mad.
Come on, my boy.
Any sort of healing is fine.
He's got some of those, right?
You see him rush out, grab his huge warhammer, race into the middle of the field, spin his warhammer around, and strike the ground. As he strikes the ground, this arcane energy bursts from the ground off. Oh, I just hit my light. Off into the sky towards this creature here. Does it hit? Yeah, it hits. I was like that then. Oh shit! I don't have the rest of my dice out. This has all gone wrong. Tune in next week for epic combat. So 66.
We promise.
As he casts Guiding Bolt.
Ooh.
5, 9, 11, 16, 20 points of damage.
Nice.
This Guiding Bolt cracks into this creature, doing a hefty bit of damage. The next attack on that creature will be with advantage. Actions. Bonus action. No bonus actions. That is his go. And I will remember him in the turn order. I'll just do him. I'll just put him at the end.
Cool.
Ash, you're up.
Okay, so how far off the ground is this one? It's still on like 30, 40 feet in the air.
Yeah. This one's still like mid-air.
Okay, in which case, I am going to with my 45 feet of movement now, dash towards the one that Azrael is on top of. And as I do, I am clenching my fists together as I run, and the sparks of lightning kind of pulse up my arm again. But this time it seems to encapsulate my entire body, and you see Ash's monk garb almost part and siphon into a black dress with long sleeves. The secondary pair of arms from behind her hair seems to grow almost whiten at the tips. Her eyes go shock white, and there is a crescent moon glowing above her, in the middle of her forehead. Various other jewelry and stuff glow brighter as I invoke my astral self.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Dick.
Okay.
Stand.
as you
Yeah, right.
and pull out
No.
your astral arms,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need you to make me a quick save
Uh-huh.
of a wisdom kind, please.
Wisdom save. Okay. Question, with silvery barbs, is it any roll?
Yeah, it's sorry.
Attack rolls, saves, and checks. Yeah.
I'm gonna use it on this just in case.
Thank you.
Natural 20.
Okay, no problem. Anything else?
Crit.
So you
Oh, that's so.
bonus action astral self.
Yeah, so as I'm running, I want to use that remaining bit of my movement to try and propel myself up and jump. And as I do, use my extended reach. I have 10 feet reach now, and try and hit it as I go over.
Okay, go ahead and roll me to hit, please.
Okay.
Just make me a quick acrobatics check as well, just to see how successful you are at launching. You should be okay, but
11.
okay.
Okay. That is a 15 to hit
15 will hit.
with apathy, and then oh wait, as I invoke my astral arms, it needs to make a hello. Where's it gone? Deck save.
How long's the range on that? Within
10 feet.
Okay, but you invoked it as you jumped, right?
Yeah, so it's like as I jump, so I guess I'm
Okay,
not. No,
it's-
it wouldn't make it.
Yeah,
It needs-
it'd be too far away. So as you
Fine.
invoke it as you're running and jumping up, it's not within 10 feet. You launching yourself up around 5-ish feet and having the extra gives you the extra 10 to hit.
Cool.
It is 15 or so feet in the air, so...
Alright, that's fine. That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage as
Yeah.
I crack it. Stunning strike.
Are you unarmed striking, or can you stunning
I
strike
can-
with apathy, yeah?
I can stunning strike with apathy.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
So
With-
con save.
Con save.
It's only a 13.
It was a 13. It made it.
Okay, so it makes it. And I assume because of the jump, I wouldn't get my secondary attack.
No, because you would be whack.
Fine. Cool.
I
That
tell
was
you
me.
what, you can have your secondary attack, but you can roll with disadvantage.
All right, I'll give it a go.
Give it a little back kick on the way past.
Oh, that's still the lowest is a 12, so that's 20 to hit. I rolled better that time.
Fucking hell, yeah. 20 will hit.
Jesus.
Lower damage, 7 points of bludgeoning damage on the way down. So I jump up, I go to bash it upwards, and then quickly as I come down, I plonk it on the other side as I land.
Okay. No problem. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that is me.
Okay, Michael, you're up.
Okay. Did you say 30 feet up for the other bird?
The other one's around 30, 40 feet up. It has gone. It's
Okay,
it's
well,
quite
in
high.
that case, I mean, I have the range from here. Michael's gonna draw his blade
Mm-hmm.
across his tongue
Hmm.
and point it upwards as he sends out Hexblade's curse towards this as a bonus action.
Fuck yeah.
And then you see the blade start to shimmer with the same sort of lightning as his arms does, as he sends out 2 eldritch blasts.
Okay, Hexblade Curse is... For those at home.
It's Hexblade's curse gives me +3 to damage rolls, and I score critical hit on a 19 and a 20.
Excellent. No problem. Go ahead and roll me
Let's get
to
chunky.
hit with your 2
And I
Eldritch
have
Blast.
advantage because of our cleric's guiding bolt.
You do have advantage on the first one, yes.
$19.
Let's
Chunky
go, baby.
crits!
Chunky crits!
Okay,
Let's
I
so-
like chunky.
let's do this one first. So go ahead and roll me damage.
Time
So
to
roll
get
the die,
started.
double the die, add your modifier.
So it's 19 plus stuff, but
Yeah, that's
it's a
fine.
natural.
So
Um,
roll the damage, roll the die, double the die, and then add your modifier.
7,
14.
14, plus a. I have to go back to my actions. Plus a. Well, it's plus 3 then, because Eldritch Blast doesn't have a modifier, so plus 3, so 17.
Okay, so the
On the first
damage, yeah. So the damage should be like 1d10 plus something, right?
No, not for Eldritch.
No,
it's
just straight damage.
1d10 for Eldritch
Yeah,
Blast
it's-
for me.
It's only
doesn't
if
add your
you do
ability
the
bonus.
amplified one where you can add your
Agonizing blast.
agonizing. That.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So 14 total.
17 total.
17
for-
total.
Yeah.
Okay. And then roll me a
for
d20,
the first
please.
one.
Roll me a
roll
d20,
D-
please.
Chunky crits!
Let's go.
17.
Oh, that's gonna be
Ooh.
good. That's gonna be good. I think we've had a 17 before.
Is that stunning crack?
Oh, I hope it is.
I'll let it be
Stunning
the stunning crack.
Love a stunning crack.
It is not stunning. It is not stunning crack.
Oh.
Damn it.
So you let out this eldritch blast, and it cracks this thing in the throat, and the foe is staggered for 2 rounds, is unable to cast spells or attack.
Nice.
Nice.
As it,
And
well, go ahead and roll again for your second eldritch blast, please, sir.
yeah, so he's just gonna swing back the sword again and shoot out another one. So he's basically swinging in the air as these ones are coming out.
Fuck yeah, I like that.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, let's go!
Okay, crits again. Let's go.
I don't
No
think you-
way.
Rolling. We go again! We go
What is
again!
your
You get a chunky
Because I
crit.
don't have
You
a-
get a chunky crit. Okay.
I don't have a 20. I have a wolf on my die. So I was like, what the fuck does the wolf do? Oh, yeah. Right.
That's good.
Nice. So, same again, please. Roll your die, double your die, add your mod.
That's a 10.
23.
Let's see.
23, yeah.
23.
Yeah.
And then roll me another d20, please. This fucking poor creature.
Listen.
18.
Oh, come on.
What is this? That dice is blessing you today.
Roll me an additional 2d6 damage, please.
Oh, beautiful.
Fucking hell, let's
Your
go.
foe falls into your attack. So, as you cracked it with your second Eldritch Blast, it's fucking losing altitude, and your second Eldritch Blast kind of arcs up, and it just falls into it, causing an extra 2d6 of damage.
Nice.
I'm not even shitting you.
Another 12?
Too thick, this- Yeah.
Another 12. How do you-
I can show you, you guys, if you want.
Now we do.
As
Do
it.
this
Do it, literally.
second strike and this second arcing energy blasts into this thing, you see it fly through the other side of this creature, and its wings go limp as it
Nice.
and crashes. But the way that it crashes, it literally lands on that dude.
Oh no,
Because fuck that dude.
that guy.
And it just
Sacrifices have to be made.
and lands. Anything
That was
else on?
spill number 3.
I literally gave it. I literally gave him the
There's only
name
room on
tag.
this caravan for 2 fills.
I literally gave him the name tag Splat.
So is he dead?
So that I knew
He
which
was.
one the creature. Yeah, he is dead. He was dead on the first thing. But
No, I mean the bird.
Oh, the bird is. Yeah. It's not a bird, but yes.
Pretty bird.
But I literally, because I knew I needed to know which one the creature was going to take up and do this thing to, I put a name tag on that NPC on my
Splat.
thing. Splat. So,
Nice.
yeah. Okay. Anything else on your turn, Michael?
So that one's done.
It's done.
I'm just gonna turn to the other one, still with the lightning crackling through my blade, and I'm just gonna look at it and be like, "Come get some."
Never talked about that before.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking Scorpion from Mortal Kombat over it.
Okay. So the other creature is still currently banished. Clovis, however,
Yeah.
you're up.
Well, it gets to make a saving throw, doesn't it?
It's banished until you lose concentration, mate.
It's concentration, I think.
Oh, I thought it makes a saving throw every turn. Haha, get fucked.
Just read it. I don't believe it does. I believe it's just till you lose concentration. It's banished for up to a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, with that there, then.
I believe so. Read the spell.
Yeah. No. It does.
Yeah.
If the target is native to a different plane,
He's like, "Yeah,
if
it
the
sounds
spell
good."
ends before 1 minute passes, the target
Yeah.
reappears
So there's
in the
no
space.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just until you lose concentration. It's banished.
While the target is incapacitated, the target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space.
Yeah, exactly.
Left or in the nearest occupied one. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, then. So that one that flopped the man is dead.
Yep.
This one's still flapping about. I'm just gonna sort of still holding the ring up in the space, and the air around it is still kind of like just almost cracking as if under pressure. I'm just gonna pick up my staff, whirl it in my hands, put it to my forehead, and just and as I flick it away from my head, there's like a flash of bright light where my eye is, and the same flash echoes near the head of the flying thing, and I'm going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it no, I'm just going to cast it at second level.
Which is a save, I believe.
It is a save. It's an intelligence save, DC 15.
Intelligence save. Ooh, that's
How
cocked.
smart are these people?
I'm really sorry, mate. It made the save. I rolled an 18 on the die.
That's fine.
And it does have a -1. It's a 17 total.
Yeah, that's fine. So it takes not bad damage. It takes 14 7 points of damage. So it takes 7 points of damage.
Oh,
14 halved.
Okay, yeah. I thought you said 47 damage. I was like, what fucking level did you cast that at? Okay, 7. Okay, no problem. It's looking really beat up with Azrael still on the back of it now. Bamps go. Oh, sorry. Anything else on your turn? Any movement? Any bonus action?
No, I'm going to stay where I am, standing up on the caravan, holding the ring up to the space where that thing disappeared, trying to maintain it. And then I'm just going to give a quick quick little whistle and indicate my head over to the other one that Azrael's on the back on, and then bamf.
Yeah.
Go bound over, and she's gonna blink onto the back of it next to Azrael.
Yeah.
And just kind of start biting away at where his sword is lodged in, and just make a bite attack against that area to try and take away some meat to free up his sword a little bit.
No problem. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay. It's 14 plus stuff.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
Yeah, 14 plus, where is it? Bite. There we go. Oh, wait, it's got a new thing. Which attack? Savage.
Did Bamf level up?
Sorry, I'm just reading this. Melee weapon plus. Okay, so it's nice. Yeah, so it's 19 to hit. It takes 1d10. Ooh.
Are you using the new thing, or are you using the bite?
I'm using the savage attack.
Savage attack.
Savage attack. Nice.
Okay.
And so well earned. I mean,
yeah, and it's 11 points of piercing damage.
Hey. Anything else from Bamf?
And it's just going to stay up there with Azrael. She's going to stay up there with Azrael.
Okay.
No, two things on this
Because
map.
actually, wait, how much movement is she? She's only 15 feet up, right? That thing. It's still-
Yeah, so Bamp's okay. Is Bamp coming off the thing, or is Bamp staying up there?
Yeah, she's going to leap off.
She's going to leap off.
After she takes away a couple of chunks from where the sword has entered its back, she's just going to just yeet herself off and try and land safely.
Hey.
And move like kind of to here.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Go.
using the wrong tool.
You're up.
Cool. Okay. Let's keep it simple, because I don't need to do anything too extreme just yet. I heard Clovis say that he's holding this thing, the other one that he just sort of did stuff to somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Say it like that.
Yep.
Oh, Clovis' basement. Right. Clovis' extra dimensional basement. Cool. No, so seeing
I'm writing
as
that
those two are going into this thing's neck, Jerk is going to simply just look at it and stuff. Alright, second time's the charm. Just pull the axe above his head and just bring it down as hard as possible and 2 more Eldritch Blasts, aiming for its neck to try and just hit this thing.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead and roll me to hit with your first one, please.
To hack.
Hack. Yeah, I was going to say that makes kind of works.
Okay, so that's bang on 14.
Well, that will hit, yeah. Roll me some damage.
Yep, hold on. Okay, so that
This
is an
thing's
8.
looking really beat up now. Okay.
So the first one's an 8, and the second one... Okay, that's good. So that's 14 as well. And that one is a 9.
9. Oh, God. Don't know what happened to 9! I don't know what happened to my voice then. Well, shit.
Well, goddamn.
You hit my monster. Right.
No, my pretty birdie.
Anything else on your go? As you thrust and these axe-shaped eldritch blasts through the air and crash into the sides of this beast. It's looking fucked up now.
No, bringing the axe back down, he's just going to look to Clovis and go, when's the next one coming back?
Okay. End of your
Okay.
turn, then, is the creature that Azrael is currently on the back of. It's gonna start, and it's gonna just start flying up, and it will fly 50 feet up and 10 feet across to here, but it is now 65 feet in the air. And as it gets to the end, it's going to spin itself. I need you, Azrael, to either make... I need you to make me a strength saving throw as you try and grip on and hold onto your blade.
Come on, big guy.
You can do it.
Natural 19 for a 25.
Let's go.
Here's what happens. You grab the blade, and as you spin, the blade gains purchase with you, and the momentum and the trajectory of you just holding on to this, you actually put enough weight behind it that the blade starts to move, and as it spins, the blade spins and the head of this beast just but then you are loose, and you just start plummeting 65 feet. It is
Okay.
it is the end of its turn. 65 feet. I will allow you a reaction to do something, and then it's your turn, because the amount of trajectory that you're being spun at and then being flung down, it is at a commensurate rate.
I don't have anything I can do as a reaction.
Okay.
Pray.
Hit the floor.
Death drop.
Azrael, you fly and plummet to the ground.
Anybody got a featherfall?
You're the sorcerer.
I'm a sorcerer.
He's not that kind of sorcerer.
No,
My
that's
skills
more
lie in other places.
The bedroom, mainly.
You take 37 points of bludgeoning damage as you see Azrael hit the ground.
Jesus.
Fucking hell.
Well, he did better than the other guy, at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but in the process of falling to the ground, you roughly fall over here, Azrael. This creature is, in fact, dead. And it lands and crashes on top of the horse. The horse is still whinnying, but looks fucked. It is your turn, however, Azrael. Did you survive that?
I did survive that. I'm still in double digits.
You fucking monster.
He's not even got as many hit points as Sen. I don't know how I survived. Right. So I'm going to use half my movement to stand up.
Yep.
Sort of brush some of my blood off my my coat, if I can. That is.
Okay. It's but a scratch.
Right.
I'm going to. I can't see any other creatures
You
looming.
cannot.
Okay. I'm going to go up to this horse.
And say hello.
You can't. Yeah. You can't get to there. That's in the creature's space. You can get next to it, like here.
It's on top of the horse, though, right?
Yes, the horse is underneath this fucking creature. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try and leverage. I'll roll it off the horse.
priorities, dude.
Okay,
Like,
I'm going to tell you that's your action spent, and you are not able to do that. This thing weighs a fucking shit ton. It's a massive creature. You're not able to do that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I was going to try and do. Is
That's cool.
Pretty
You just-
character.
Yeah, you just. That's
Yeah.
fine. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Okay.
We just watch Astral fall 65 feet to the floor. He gets up and just goes, that horse is in trouble. And just starts trying to-
It tracks.
Oh no, the horse.
Tracks,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Phalanx is up. Phalanx is going to stand here, look back towards you, Clovis, and go, "When you're ready."
Oh.
And hold his action. So, Feathers, you're up.
okay, seeing Azrael fall with that speed, I'm going to use my movement and my action to dash.
Okay.
I can get to him, right? So I get right to him. I'm flying above him
Yeah.
as I spend my bonus action to, I just say, feel better as this sort of green energy sort of booms from me.
Okay.
And Azrael, Ash, and Bamf, if he needs it, I don't think he took anything, will get some healing.
Okay.
Oh my
That's
god, we
great.
have a player with we have healing spells
Oh.
in combat.
And
You've got
Michael
three
as
now.
well will get it. Michael will get the healing as well.
Party.
That's a 4 plus 5, so you all get 9 points of healing.
Oh, you.
All of us.
No, Michael, Ash, Azrael, and Bamf if he needs it.
She.
Okay.
She. Sorry.
Anything else on your turn?
No, that is my action, my bonus action, my movement, all of it.
Okay.
That's everything.
Ashar.
I am going to run where the thing disappeared from,
Yeah.
which I think was here-ish.
No. Stay
Where
exactly
was
where. Stay exactly where you are.
Where I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't move.
Was that where it was?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of hanging out around this kind of
Oh,
area.
yeah, it did move. Okay, in which case, scratch that.
Scratch.
I'm not paying attention.
Pay attention.
This tree. How climbable?
Can I move it?
Oh, we have another sin. Jesus.
How climbable is the tree?
Siege
It's a fucking tree, dude. Like, with
Yeah,
enough.
but is it?
Mate, you're a fucking Air Genasi very climbable. Like, what are you at? You've literally played this game with us, and in El Torel you went, that wall that is a surfaceless surface, like a sheer, like, fucking vertical surface. Is there like a 1 centimeter crevice that I can just dig one nail in? Yeah, right. Well,
Can I climb the tree,
I
please,
vault
Dan?
up 125 feet. Yes, you can climb the fucking tree. Gee.
Should I wear a goat? Just hold on to nothing.
I
Honestly,
wish
Ash just steps
Question-
and is in the top of the tree. There.
Okay, cool. I still 45 feet of movement. No, so I will climb the tree.
Yeah.
What does that take up?
Effort.
My movement?
It's a 15, 20 feet high.
So sassy.
It's about 25 feet tall, this tree, so 25 feet.
Okay. I will climb the tree, and then I am going to hold my action for when it appears, and I'm going to jump and crash down on it.
Excellent.
Meanwhile, as I do, I clock eyes with Clovis, and in your head, as you see Ash's pure white eyes, you just hear, just you, when you can. And yeah, she's getting ready.
Okay. Michael.
I'm gonna stop climbing as well, but not the tree. I'm gonna get up to this caravan where Clovis is.
Okay.
You're gonna climb on me.
This is just.
Get on my shoulders.
I know what the material is called, but it's like
It's
not cloth, but tarp.
It isn't a tarped carriage. It is just cloth in the back, so it's not covered. The carriages aren't covered that you are on.
All right, so I'm just gonna get on the carriage
Mhm.
in that case.
Okay.
Let's do that. And I'm also gonna hold my action to release 2 Eldritch Blasts
Okay.
when this creature appears.
Okay.
So my arms just start. I sheathe my sword, and my arms just start crackling even more as they're now holding in this energy.
Okay. Clovis, you are up. However, because I'm a nice DM, and it's going to be fucking cool to watch you guys just unleash utter fucking fury on this thing, I will allow you. Tell me what you are doing next round, and after, when we get to Azrael and everyone's done their planned rounds, I will then allow you to release banishment so that everyone gets a fucking, effectively a surprise round.
Okay, cool. Then in that case, I will give a nod to Ashar, and I'll just sort of look around to check that everyone's in position. And I'll see Azrael trying to pick up one of the dragons on a horse. And I'll use my action. I'll use my action to cast message
Okay.
to Azrael.
Yeah.
I'll say, "What the fuck are you doing? We're not done here."
Are we not? They're all gone.
There's a horse.
And you see everyone gathering round in this space.
Okay. So what? So once you release banishment,
Yeah.
is there anything you want to cast?
Yes, but I'm going to wait to describe it until it comes back around.
Okay. Jove, what would you like to do to prepare for this thing coming back?
I'm gonna try and climb the tree too.
Fuck me.
Oh, this tree's coming. This tree's coming down.
Fine. Jove, you climb the tree too.
Okay.
I
You
can
just
imagine
do
just popping up out the top of it next to Ash.
Ash is like, what?
Yeah. Ash feels the chunk shake as Joe's just like axe hand, axe hand.
Dan,
This is
when
fine.
this thing comes out on YouTube, if you don't name it tree climbing,
I know, yeah. The time the party climbed a tree.
So yeah, I'm going to get to the top. I'm going to look to Zayla while she's like, I think it's time for us to shine. He's going to look at Ash like, that was a good idea. And he's just holding an attack ready to just,
Okay.
God of War style leap from this fucking tree and just...
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Azrael, what are you doing?
I'm
Yes, you can climb the fucking tree as well.
Well, that wasn't my plan, but it is now.
You can't get to the top of the tree with your movement. Well,
No.
I thought it
All of
was-
us in a tree.
In the tree house.
I am going to use something I've not used before. That is...
you going to ask it a question?
I was about to say
Yep.
something really. Yeah, I was going to say brain.
I'm going to use
Oh, that was mean. Don't do that.
my Sim Smite from my racial traits.
Okay, so you have to hit it with a melee attack in order to do smites, right?
Yeah.
Not a spell in order to actually divine smite, I do, but spell smite's a concentration.
Yeah, but you have to hit it with a melee attack for it to smear
it
its searing smite. It's not like a ranged attack searing smite.
No, it's not.
So you're readying your action is to melee attack this thing, right?
Yeah.
Is your action okay? No problem. So I'm going to come to you one after another, and we're going to roll lots of dice, and I'm going to calculate it on my little sheet of shitness.
Sheet of shit.
So, Clovis releases his spell. I should have finished that sentence a lot quicker. Clovis releases. This creature comes back into the land of Token Layer.
Oh, it's on my head.
Feathers, you are first up in initiative order, so release your held action, please.
Okay, I am hitting it with another acid arrow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay.
So I have its HP from when it disappeared, so we're just gonna...
18 plus shit. 18 plus...
18 will hit anyway, so just go ahead and roll me some damage.
Sorry.
It's alright, go ahead and roll me some damage.
That is... wrong dice. Fuck you, Natalie. Right, sorry.
Have you said it?
That is 12. No. That is 9. Sorry,
Yeah.
that is 9. Plus. No, not plus anything. That is 9. Oh, yeah, plus. I'm going to pump some psychic damage into that. So it's 2.
Pump it up.
That's another 7 psychic damage. I'm
Okay.
marking that off. And that's me done.
Okay, Ash, you're up. Go ahead and roll to hit, please.
Yeah, so Ash kind of gives Jove a nod, and I'm expecting, like, almost in unison, they just fully, like, launch out of the tree, both swinging down on either side of this creature. So she will roll to hit. That's a roll 20!
Fuck
Woo! Okay. Where's P8? Okay. 18 plus 5, so 23 points of damage.
Ooh.
Okay,
And then my roll, 18 on the
extra 2d8, 2d6, please.
6.
I'm going to change the sheet in a couple
6
of weeks,
points.
so you don't know what these results are. 'Cause you're starting to learn them.
Keep standing crack.
Please,
So you have to keep the crowd.
Sorry,
Change the numbers.
6.
sorry, 6, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Michael, 2 Eldritch Blasts, please.
All right. Oof, first one's a 2. And the second one's a 17.
Okay. So 17 will hit. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
4.
Thank you very much. Clovis?
Okay, so sort of Ash probably because she was looking at me to sort of give me the signal, waiting for the signal to go, and also probably Michael because he's standing right next to me. You would see Clovis drew back and let go of the banishment spell, and as he did, he reeled his hands back, and you see him begin to do the same thing he usually does when he casts a witch bolt, sort of pull the energy from his hands into like almost like a whip. But it's not like it usually is. Ash and Michael, you see, just as he begins to pull the magic out of his hands, you see kind of winces down again in pain, and he looks up, and Ash, you see, instead of one of his eyes like he does with his he gets his arcane eye, both of his eyes turn green and slitted.
Okay.
And he cries, screams out in pain as the magic that draws out of his hand begins to almost drip down his hand, and it takes on this green color. And just as he screams instinctively, he just throws it at the creature, and I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at third level.
Very nice. Go ahead and roll to hit, please.
Okay. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Yep, definitely will hit. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
Okay, I need lots of d8s.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Okay, well, how many do I need? I need 5, so... 4. Oh my god, I'm doing terribly. 1, 5, 6, 10. One more. 7, so 17, but then because of my elemental affinity, so it's 17 plus... Where the fuck is it? Plus 4, so 21 points of acid damage.
Excellent.
And it just and what usually is like a whip of electricity, you just see this globule of acid just crash into the side of it, burn away a load of its feathers.
Fuck yeah. Jove, go ahead and roll me to hit, please, with your axe.
Yep. Cool. Okay, that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, well, I mean, just about hits, yeah.
Yep, cool.
Go ahead and roll me some damage.
As he leaps off the tree, just slightly after Ash, she goes, "Sailor, do it!" And from behind, she just like rears up and like electric through the down through the axe.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and yeah.
So that's a bunch of stuff.
Dan secretly adding a 0 to the end of the the HP. Just...
His axe head looks sort of like a lightning bolt now. He just brings it down to this thing.
Sick.
Let's see what my roll name says. 1d8. Come on. Do you know what 8 is? There it is. Thank you. Cool. So that is 6 plus 3, 5. So that is 11 plus another 6 for the thing. It's 5, so that's 16, and then 2, 10. That is 8 and a 3. So what did I say? 16 is my original number.
Mm-hmm.
And then 8 plus 3 is 11. So 27
Okay.
points of damage as this lightning bolt axe just comes through his back, essentially. Yeah.
Azrael, go ahead and roll me to hit, please.
No!
Let's go! Let's go! Finish it off in style! Let's finish this in style!
Go!
Okay.
I'm too happy about this.
So that was a natural 20.
No way, really?
We got that.
Okay,
I don't have
go
enough
ahead.
dice for this. That is going to be Divine Smite down at second level.
Divine Smite, not Searing Smite.
It's both. You can do both.
Fine, as long as you got the spell slots, you can do it.
I've got the spell slots.
Don't you
Two
worry.
smites on one attack.
Okay, so
Yeah.
roll the initial for the attack.
So initial is 11
Doubled.
doubled to 22 plus 4
25.
is
Yeah, 25.
26.
11 plus.
22 plus 4.
11 double 22 plus 4, 26.
Okay, that's fine. We're not going to argue over one.
I mean, is it going to make a difference, Dan?
Not really going to make much of a difference. No, I'm not arguing. I'm just like, yeah, all right, fine. 26 doesn't matter.
The Searing Smite
Sure.
is 9 doubled to 18.
Yeah.
And
Or,
I'm going to Divine
40.
Smite at second level.
Yep.
We said I can pump a charge into this as well, right?
If you need to, yeah.
This is
we're
overkill.
at 44 damage right now, so.
Fuck it. Let's pump a charge into it as well. Make sure this thing's dead.
Make sure. Better safe than sorry.
So that's a 14. Oh no, wait. Is it 3 for that?
Fucking hell.
Yes. I need to roll another one. 14 plus 8 is
22.
22 doubled.
44.
88 damage.
Fucking hell.
At
Um,
level 5.
Another 6 doubled to 12.
Now roll me a d20.
A nice
100.
flat 100 damage. Nicely done.
And that is 7 on the chunky crit.
Roll me another 2d4.
3
You hear the hope drain out of his voice.
And a 4.
107
Fucking hell.
In one thing.
We're not done yet.
Oh wait.
We're not done yet.
What the fuck?
That'd be 6 more.
Phalanx swings his axe round, his hammer down, and boom, crashes it down into the floor. Or
Come on, Beefy.
an additional 27 points of
Christ.
damage
I rolled so shit on my spell, man.
for a grand team total
No way.
Go on.
231 points of damage in one round. Here's what happens.
It explodes.
Here's what happens. Clovis, you release the banishment and start casting the spell and launch this globule of chromatic energy towards this creature. As Ash and Jove, you dive out of the tree, one Jove with your axe, and you embed it into the back of this thing's neck. Ash, you jump a bit further ahead of him and use apathy and crack down on the back of its head to dislodge its head, and you hear the in its neck as its neck pops and the whole back of its neck splits. As its head drops forward, an arrow goes straight through one eye and out of the other, and the acid damage explodes through its
I feel
face.
bad.
As that happens and it's falling and its wings go limp, an eldritch blast comes hurtling up and cracks into one of its shoulders, dislocating one of its wings. And as it drops down towards the floor, this bolt of energy crashes into its body, splitting its chest, and blood and ichor going everywhere as Azrael races up with his greatsword and just cleaves the rest of its body clean in half, and this arcane energy explodes this thing as its whole body is ruptured and splits in half, and two halves of its body just hit the floor. Was that descriptive enough for you?
Fucking hell.
Hell yeah.
Let's go! Fucking go!
Teamwork.
Amazing. 231 points of damage in a
I
round.
do kind of feel slightly bad
It's
for it.
fallen now, baby.
Which now indicates to me the challenge rating of monster I now need to put in front of you fuckers. Wow. Well, you are officially out of combat.
Ash kind of, after she swung down like superhero lands, looks up at everybody with like the white eyes still glowing, and just has a grin on her face.
Just before we get into that, can I just say a massive thank you to Evangeline for the bits. That's amazing. Thank you.
Hey, biddies.
Thank you so much for that. So, I need Jove. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Is he within 10
Jump
feet
out
of
the
me?
fucking tree.
He will be at the end of it. So you
So
will
he
get.
doesn't
You
get,
will get. Yeah, you will get the bonus.
yeah.
Yeah.
You get a +3 to that, Dan.
Plus. Okay, cool. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a hearty 11.
11. Okay. You take an additional 3 points of bludgeoning damage, which goes onto your old knees as you hit the floor after diving off that tree. As the dust settles and you start looking around, the merchant that was under the caravan is kind of curled up in a ball going, "Oh my god, we're all gonna die!"
In the background, he can just hear Joe going, "That was awesome! You were right."
Clovis kind of drops to one knee, like clutching his hand, and it's shaking. And Michael or anyone else who is still near him, you see just sort of these last little drips of something fall off his hand, and as they hit the floor, they like a bit of smoke sort of comes off the floor and off the wood that it drips on. But then slowly he just kind of starts moving. He stops trembling, moves it again. Just like looking at his hand. And he turns it over and looks at the ring. And he's just kind of very much not in like this raucous celebration kind of mood that everyone else is in. He just looks confused and alarmed.
I'd like you to make me a perception check, Clovis.
Okay.
As that's going on, Azrael's going to go back to the horse. But this time, he's going to ask Jove and Ash.
The horse is dead at this point.
There's two different kinds of role players in this
The
world.
horse is the, as you kind of walk over and you look, the horse is, it's dead. Point. It is like just kind of flat out. There's
I hurt more than that fucking dude getting splattered, dude.
the horse is dead. Sorry, Azrael. That's.
But I don't feel bad about doing that much damage to your creature now.
I got,
You shouldn't.
19 on perception.
19. You notice that I need to pull the map back so that you can see who I'm talking about. You see this individual here is kind of looking at you all, including you, including Phalanx, and just kind of looking at most of you, and then you see his eye line turn and focus on Jove and Dayla especially, and his eyes widen, and that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, balls to you.
Before we end, can I heal myself?
Nope. That's where we're going to end. That's where we're going to end tonight's session. However, before we do, Michael, I know that you did tell me you wanted to describe something really quick.
Yeah. So after seeing, well, sort of after, before that last thing happens, after seeing Clovis looking at his hand, Michael's gonna put a hand on your shoulder. Go, "You're right, buddy. You look a little bit shocked." And when you turn your head towards him, you see that Michael's skin has gone much whiter, much shallower, and these piercing blue eyes are sort of crackling a little bit, but his whites are completely dark.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ooh.
So, before we let everyone go, we do have something quite cool to announce, and I wanted to wait till the end to announce it to you all.
Oh.
We have something in the works with some very good friends of ours. Something coming in the future on a Thursday. So when we start our Thursday session, we're talking currently to a wonderful group of role players and D&D players about collaborating. They're called D20 by the Sword. We're going to raid their channel now. So if you like what you've seen on our channel, stick around in theirs. They only started streaming at 8, so you've got a good couple of hours of amazing D&D content left.
That's so much fun.
We're going to be collaborating with them in the near future on some very hush-hush secret projects that we've got working on in the background. But that is where we're going to end tonight's session. Please stick around for this. We are going to raid D20 by the Sword. Please make sure that you stay in there and you show them all the love in the world. Guys, thank you very much for sticking with us tonight. And before we go, just remember, if a cat has no legs, can it meow? See you next week.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
It does if you think about it.
No, it doesn't.
Of course it can meow.